Danny still not able to close it out.
My God. Issei has a Hail Mary.
Holy cow! They did it!
Oh my God!
King Ray Jr., you can't be doing this. Actually,
Oh my God.
he's not dead?
Okay.
We have creative.
They try to take it, I'm getting it back. And if they hit me, they gotta get taxed. I'm making hit after hit after hit, and I promise you, boy, every one of them slap. Hop on a verse and I body it quick. They never work, and it's why we don't mix. I don't got time for the fake, and I swear that I'll always say real, something they never did. Oh, they saying that I'm up next. I told them that I'm up now. Promise I came for the next. I'm needing honeys on honeys, cause that's what I'm worth. Show me the finish, I'm getting it first. Show me the best, and that's me and my worst. I need that money, I'm getting it now. I'm at the top, but I started way down. I told them hundreds of times that I'm really done waiting. I swear that I came for the crown. You should go ahead and write over. I was in a 4, leveled up to the Rover. Feeling like Blake, I'ma put him on a poster. I don't really play when it come to my checks. I've been in the gym, so you know I gotta flex. If I shoot a shot, then it's gonna be a wet dog. I'm coming for these meals, I ain't taking no less. Yeah, I ain't really taking no less. Now they tryna send me that text. I ain't hitting back, they stress. I'm needing honeys on honeys, cause that's what I'm worth. Show me the finish, I'm getting it first. Show me the best, and that's me and my worst. I need that money, I'm getting it now. I'm at the top, but I started way down. I told them hundreds of times that I'm really done waiting. I swear that I came for the crown.
Okay. I'm a trendsetter. Ay, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter. Okay. Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look, they keep calling me, could you ride this beat, look proud of me? Okay, it ain't no problem, see, I can mold this thing like pottery. Better than I'ma bet on myself. And before the top, and I don't need your help. We set the tempo, we run this thing as simple. Let's go. Boy, I'm locked in. Know your place, I'm top 10. And all my haters watching, so you know I keep on clocking. Let's go. Time, my whole style of go. Mine, take my place, I hold mine. Run up, then it's go time. It's show time. Whoa. Yeah, they know I'm the one that set the trends, dog. Tell them tenfold, I'm gonna change the tempo. Okay. Tell them I can't play it safe. Got more wins on the way. Gotta show them how to do it. Man, my team making plays. Okay, your team better play off. Sleeping on me, wake up. Too easy just to lay off. Okay, tell me who you know can do it better. I know, they know, we know I'm a trendsetter. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look, told them I would elevate, now watch me go up. Critics acting up confused, they can watch me blow up. Knew I had it in the bag, I just had to show up. Shot it going outside, got no plans to slow up. Okay, mama said I'd make it, then I know that she ain't never lie. Said they need a double, still they lost, cause they ain't hit my line. Whoa, it's my time on the dot, gotta shine, let them watch, cause we gaming for the top, this a bop, whoa. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I don't feel right unless the odds against me. Back against the wall of my strength. Yeah, I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. Ooh, a little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. 1, 2, check, a 1, 2. I'm going in, is that an L? W is still a win. Got it off the muscle. All I know is hustle. All I know is making something out of nothing. What you think they see it? I had to hop in the kitchen. I'm really on fire. You know, ignited. Yeah. I know some people don't like it. I'm moving with flavor. They probably a bite it. Yeah. Trendsetter, being better. I can't take the credit. Yeah, wait. Been on fire, boy, that's flambe. Only time you see my head down is when I'm praying. When my back is turned, the only time they wanna see it. Water on me, floor is cold as ice, I'm finna trade, yeah. And serve it to the people, they need hope, it's no delay. It's the odds against me. Back against the wall, my strength, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. Ooh, a little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. Hold up, what they finna say? Tell it to your mammy, it don't matter, I ain't listening anyway. They just mad to see decide to drop, they look like ocean spray. You can get it too if you just work more than you talk today. This what happen when you take your pain and make it motivation. It ain't gonna be easy trying to be a legend, it's the payment. You need execution, not excuses, dog, you gotta face it. They don't want the truth, but if you quit, you don't deserve to make it. What you think they giving greatness out? Now you gotta take it. They don't know the hustle, they confused when they look at you. Till you hit your goals, they all shy, they think you Pikachu. Put your mind to it, you can do it, yeah, and I'm the proof. Unless the odds against me. Back against the wall of my strength, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. Ooh, a little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better.
Contemplating all of my goals. Look, will I fold or will I chase them? I got adversity, two options. I can handle it purposefully or I can let it murder me. But sign up for war, point out the target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sending the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready
but
for
I'm
me?
flying away, with or without your rain. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'm flying away, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'm flying away.
Now I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready
But
to say?
I'm flying away, with or without your rain. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'm flying away, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'm flying away.
Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me?
Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'm flying away, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'm flying away.
Pick a side, pick your
Yeah.
Pick a side, pick your
Whoa. Giant
to a maggot. Big boss status. Ain't gon' lie, I really wish they would like a cabin. I ain't do no front and get my money on the back end. Yesterday's price ain't today, now we taxing. Way out the fear, ain't no way out for me. They always told me I'm the wave, like I'm way out. And see, I know some real ones turn state, ain't no way I could be out here living like the villain, only way up for me. Moving out the purges, I give time if it was worth it. If you coming for my fam, then you know I take it personal. Say that you the GOAT, I asked around, I never heard of you. Rocky road ahead, and there's some things I had to hurt. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going. Yeah, pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going. Yeah, windows down so all the haters see me. Back then they didn't want me, now they wanna beat me. Keep the grass cut low, cause them snakes still sleazy. Always knew I had to glow, I just had to find a reason. Walking around looking like I own the place. I don't waste no food, man, I always finish off the plate. Ain't contemplate, trenches baby, can't believe we made it safe. Something out of nothing, yeah, we made a way. So hungry, think I overate. Every single shot, then I'm thinking John Wick. Every loss got a lesson, every make got a miss. I can't even think of a man that had me terrified. We got options, pick your poison or just pick a side. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going. Yeah, pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Pick a side, pick your poison. Ain't no picking on me, y'all about to get me going. Yeah. We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah. Ain't no one doing the shit that we doing. Ain't nobody moving the way that we moving. Hop out the Sprinter and shoot us a movie. We pull up to Paxton and get us some jewelry. Rocking the newest, but that shit ain't new to me. Watch how I do it, you think that it's two of me. They just be fluffing and that shit is foolery. Coolin', but that shit ain't cool to me. I'm as hot as it gets, yeah, they not on the list. Took a shot of success, hit nothing but net, yeah. Said they hit the rim, changed up my number and took out the sim. I'm on my hustle, I'm back in the gym. I can be humble or I could go in. I go for the win. We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah.
Yeah, bitch, I'm young and I'm turning. If you play with my money, then your ass get burned. I done came off the bench, I just waited my turn. I done jumped out the gym like MJ in the third. If you want it, I said you can get it confirmed. We done packed the whole stadium like we the one. Ain't in no run, this shit is done. Ball on these niggas here just for the fun. Got a dance, I won't try it. If I furnish the drink, they gon' buy it. Yeah, we 50 something, like a right. If I said it, then I be lying. Yeah, I know niggas hate all the time. Had to change up my rounds, niggas stealing my song. And I know bitches ain't worth the dime. Had to change up my line, they be wasting my time. Yeah,
we got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah.
Hey, what up, say? Yeah, all my life I told them I would do this, now I done it. Even as a child, they tell me that boy, you're the Sunday. Now I seen them out, they ask me how the music coming. If I told them what I gross, I know they think it's so disgusting. Told them matter of fact, I said I'd rather not discuss it. Seem like every day I got another check that's coming. Training for a marathon, I'm building up the pace, but I ain't have to train for this shit. Always knew that I would run it. I came too far for a grown man to tell me how to get mine. How y'all still talking, I don't listen, I swear we never align. Y'all ain't never done it, still give advice, I don't take directions from the blind. Just stay on my job or y'all unemployed, I told them go and apply. That's some real facts, but they won't listen, don't take opinions, y'all only give them. They crash on the road now, but I stay my line, I was always driven. Had to get it out, tunnel vision. Steph Curry, man, I'm never missing. Back in the day, I was in the office, now I'm getting paper like it's done a Mifflin. All my life I told them I would do this, now I done it. Even as a child, they tell me that boy, you're the Sunday. Now I seen them out, they ask me how the music coming. If I told them what I gross, I know they think it's so disgusting. All my life I told them I would do this, now I done it. Even as a child, they tell me that boy, you're the Sunday. Now I seen them out, they ask me how the music coming. If I told them what I gross, I know they think it's so disgusting.
I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gon' get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone. Screen anybody tryna take a piece of pie home. Try a song, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low ballin' digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks on how to bite my way out fishing nets. Yeah, I see the light at the end of the juice. Got me swinging for the fans. Always look the light through a different lens. Sevens every time I put that lever. I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every double use a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's okay. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but I think it's my time, let me check my wrist. You can never get my shine, I'ma keep on grinding till I reach the tip top. When it's just in my jeans and I ain't looking back, cause I'm feeling like Chris Cross. They can never slow me down, but they need to hate me, now I'm feeling like Chris. Rock with the team, cause you know that we winning, we with it, we going, we flowing again. I might just go by a Benz, I might just blow my advance, whoa. I did it all for the feeling, alive but I'm making a killing. I'm gonna break every ceiling, cause I need a million, but I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't been feeling spectacular, flow so sick it's hazardous. Y'all still suck like Dracula. Sip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics, cause they talk too much, and I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gonna stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me, I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me, it's all in my DNA. I'm about my chips like I'm working for Frito-Lay. Embedded bag on myself. I don't do this for my health. Every threat is a champion. Got the title, need a belt. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat. Oh yeah. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat.
Still young spits, but you call me young boss. Eating real good, so a man's gon' floss. Got my weight up in my view real posh. You a frisbee man, so that mean you get tossed. Got a new clip, studio in the back. Numbers ran up, had to split it with the chaps. Realest in the city, in my record, I fact. But your man's only chat when he do it in the raps. Like, squad go lost and don't really care what it cost them. You don't wanna cost them. My lifestyle awesome, couldn't decide if my gal wanted to, so I bought them. Don't run trap, but I run up a check. Run, do it real big, gotta one up the next. Point to the sky with the one up, I'm blessed. I'm young, rich and black, so you know I'm a threat.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new roller, swipe at the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street hype. No more double, go ahead of detox. Came from the trenches. trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Thugging in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We on the block like every night to catch a buzz. Get the cash and take my family out the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind, it's taking over. No, I should've died, that's why it's hard to stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Told my mama, no more tears, no more tissue. We was just some hood baby with some issues. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Pull up in that rain, see me ballin', yeah. 30 piece on my wrist like I'm Harden. Either they love me or I'm a target. Cause the ice on me is flawless. I've been busy and picking up when you callin'. And on purpose, I hate the fact we ain't talking. But anything that you need, dog, I got you, I mean that. All this pressure make it hard not to relapse. Build up aggression, make it hard for me to relax. To the hood, baby, ain't no way that I'ma leave that. My dogs need hope, step it up, I gotta be that. Cause life's so crazy, oh, it been through. I'ma love you way before I gotta miss you. Hold this mama by my side, gave her some tissue. We were just a hood, baby, with some issues. Hood, baby, from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood, baby, from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Just some hood, baby, yeah. Just some hood, baby, yeah. Just some hood, baby, yeah. Just some hood, baby. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through.
I got the time today. I'm looking for all of the fades, want all of the smoke. All of my goals inside of the scope. I'm taking it hill and coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch. I'm placing my bets on myself. I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted to go? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
I told you I already know.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
Already know. I already know.
Yeah. I'm spitting the truth. When I'm in the booth, I take you to school. Yeah. This ain't a lesson. I put on this armor like it was my weapon. I'm stepping. The ops can leave. My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really, the king is the one you can smell. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves. Yeah.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
I told you I already know.
You can't tell me anything.
Already know.
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should.
Danny still not able to close it out.
my
DP
God.
whip.
Issei has a Hail Mary.
Holy cow! They did it!
Oh my God.
King Ray Jr., you can't be doing this so... Actually,
Oh my God.
He's not dead?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're at. I'm NM, here joined by Panda as we're getting into week 2 of Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves at Breakout series, chilling down in the streets of Southtown. How you feeling today, Panda?
Oh yeah, man, I'm feeling great, of course. You've got some absolute classic names in the bracket. I was just taking a look there. You got Lokov, Yurikov, Shadow X. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be an exciting one for sure. I do quite like watching the NA scene for Fatal Fury, You got some nasty players, of course, especially from Central America. And we were talking about this a little off comms, right? Who's the favorite, right? For me, it's got to be Lokov. Love the Marco. And what was it for you again, NM?
For me, it's going to be Yurikov. I haven't been keeping up with what they've been doing for Fatal Fury. I just know them from playing KOF and, of course, interacting in my local scene with what I was talking about you before, Panda. So I'm going to be excited if we see them on stream. And I imagine, of course, they're going to be going far. And we're already getting into, the top 5 picks so far for the monthly. And I'm already seeing some, pretty solid choices. Of course, Hokutomaru in second and Hotaru in fourth. Very strong characters right now. Kevin in third. Rock in first, and I love seeing Kim in fifth.
Yeah, that is actually very interesting. A lot of people are playing Donghuan right now, but it's good to see that Breakout certainly has them. And another interesting thing to note, you're looking at these characters, you're like usual suspects a little bit, but then you get stumped, you get slightly confused. Where's Kane? That's the question that comes to mind. Very powerful character, a ton of people playing him. Where is the fella? So maybe that statistic might change as we continue. In Backpack, you'll never see Vox. That is a low tier, brother. Play someone else.
Personally speaking, I hope we do not see Kine. I fought him for the first time the other day online, and I was like, okay, everybody's been talking how crazy good this character is. Let's see how it is. And it took me right back to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 against Morrigan. I was like, dude, what is this?
Yeah, no, she is Kane is that 2D equivalent, right? Tag Fighter is a little wacky, it goes a little crazy. I've seen what peak Morgan zoning looks like. I've experienced it. It's not fun. It's a brutal scenario. And Kane kind of has those aspects as a 2D zoner because what does he do? He covers jump. And not a lot of 2D zoners do that, right? Shoots a projectile up while backdashing. It's like, bro is gone and he's covered your jump arc. So now you need either just defend. Oh, turns out you're an overheat. Guaranteed hit. So that's a brutal scenario that can actually quite happen a ton. You will see it quite a bit up in that matchup. But enough of those characters. We're going to be having Kevin and, of course, Terry coming up. And an amazing Terry who's signed up today, who I'd love to see later on a little bit, is definitely Hyde. But obviously we're going to be getting Vordon? Oh, God, I need glasses, I'm telling you. I can't read that.
I think it's Vordenji. I'm just going to say Vordenji because that sounds the best off the tongue.
And, I can read that, funny enough. Ghost Punk as well. Yeah, Kevin, very strong character. We're talking about this off comms. One of those characters that can truly hit you once, delete you 70%, and you gotta be so cautious around him. You gotta be walking on eggshells because he's got that grab, he's got nasty feints, and of course he can actually threaten you with his little creeper stance, right? It's not a fun scenario to be stuck in holding all those high lows. So scary character to fight.
He can just absolutely open you up again with some of his bigger hitboxes, and then just run away with a win with, of course, crazy Rev Excel combos. I've even seen some Kevins, do a super, and it's, again, just like Marvel, you got an OTG combo started and you're going right into your command grab. Kevin is just such an insane character for damage, but Terry is also a very strong character right now. And of course, it's Terry Bogard. People are going to know how to play Terry Bogard because it feels like every fighting game under the sun recently has just been putting this guy in.
Yeah, that is a dead funny thing to know. And interesting thing about Terry is that it feels like his playstyle kind of differs from those games you play, right? You play him in Smash Bros. He's more of a combo monster. You want to look for your opportunity to parry, get out, do your comboage. In Street Fighter, bit of a chill neutral character, right? Doesn't have access to that run, and obviously his crack shoes are all punishable, so it's like you gotta look for your opportunity to get in. You gotta be kind of cool and calm. And then in this game, it feels like it's aggression up the max. You've got a run, your crack shoes plus. If you space the burn knuckle, it's a really good, safe on block too. And then, of course, you've got the break system that makes it easier to get super aggressive with. He has a really good run up throw. His fireball's quite decent enough. It feels like he's kind of got the whole aggressive shebang. Like he's going to go for it, and it's not a fun time to be stuck in. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting how much he differs between those games.
Yeah, I definitely gotta agree that Terry is a lot more rushdown oriented in this game because, as you were saying before, crack shoot, you're able to get it plus on block on crouching opponents, and also, again, it just allows you to be able to just go over a lot of just low or sweeping attacks. And you also got, of course, burning knuckle and all your signature approach tool coming from Terry Bogard, and even Power Wave, the Rev version. You can just run along with, I've seen so many Terrys do that, just run with your Power Wave, which allows you to get a little bit more of a mix-up and some defense while trying to make your openings. So definitely both of these characters are more trying to, rush you down, try to get either the big hitboxes or get a Rev combo off of their approach tools. That's definitely what we're going to be seeing here.
Yeah. It's very interesting as well because you go back to Street Fighter, he does that EX projectile. You can't really do that, right? You can't really go along with it because he doesn't have a run. He can take space, which is strong in Street Fighter, but in this game, like you said, he just runs. He just runs with it. And you can set up a throw. You can go for blocked low. You can go for an overhead, or you can go for a spacing trap. Go for a little bit of a shimmy, and there's a lot of varied offense that character. Of course, another thing that we've got to worry about, of course, is these lobbies. I think that's why we're being held back a little bit, if I had to guess. But, it is what it is for sure. And this matchup, I couldn't put my money on it, right? It does appear that we have two even-level players fighting on the character as well. Two very aggressive characters. So it's not going to be a whole lot of waiting in full screen, I don't think. It's going to be just aggression from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. And I think, honestly, a lot of characters in this game, save for a few, are just, of course, more aggressive, rushing down, trying to go in. There's only a few characters that I'd say is maybe not that. They like to play a little back or not just trying to go for crazy combos. Kine is one of those characters that, is a lot more comfortable staying back in terms of other characters I can think of. Billy can go in sometimes, but I've seen a lot of Billy players, even ones I've gone up against, that are comfortable staying back or then just jumping it into the air to come from the sky to make their way in from a combo.
Yeah, but we've got to wait. One character that I would love to see in a tournament, and I've still to see it, and I've commentated Paragon, Backped Brawl, and of course Breakout, is where's my Tizox, bro? Where are my competing Tizox? Where are my grappler brothers at? Because surely life is not that difficult, right?
That's the thing. I was telling you before about my local player Beef. Beef is this signature grappler. They play Pot, they play La Diva. I literally walked up to them at the local and hey, you enjoying Tizoc? Because I was like, oh, they're probably going to go on Tizoc. And they're like, no, I hate Tizoc. I absolutely hate Tizoc. They're on Kevin. The grapplers are probably playing Kevin right now for all that we talked about before with that command grab.
Yeah, nah, for real. It's so interesting to see, man. It is so interesting to see that this character, again, on a bit of a weaker end, people still don't want to fight him, right? And it makes you wonder, what does the character need to be a bit more competitively viable right now? Because even players like Automatic, right, who mostly plays online, doesn't really play a ton of the the brackets right now, kind of just focus on Ryan getting good with the character. He's like, character's bottom one, but has so much potential, right? The character has a lot of stuff that's holding them back, but still a really solid character. And I'm like, I feel that. It's like you can gap top tiers, but at the end of the day, you've got a gap, right? It's not like, yeah, I could just play my game plan and I'm fine. It's like, yeah, I've got to be a bit patient and look for my opportunity to get in.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the main things that's kind of hindering Tezok's gameplay right now is his dash. That does allow him to get in, but it's very committal. Instead of having that run, of course, he has that dash where he just tries to go in for a long grab. But again, because it's uncancelable, means that if it whiffs, you're going to get heavily punished, and you can't really try to cancel to do something else or maneuver out of the way of somebody who's just gonna be like, oh, you're just gonna dash and try to grab him, just gonna jump over, try to do a JD or something like that. I think that's one of the major things that's kind of hurting Tizok right now. But okay, wait a minute, we're getting into it.
Yeah, Stash getting into the first fight. We got some interesting colors here as well. A bit of the purple and black, a little bit of the Lucas-A Terry, a little bit of the Final Terry here. So, I recommend it, right? Sitting there, mess about, maybe create some whole top stuff, or it looks like a watermelon.
Come on.
Ooh, I love the real bout on the hat too. That's kind of sick. And okay, yeah, no, I see that purple look on Kevin right now, especially with the black here. That's kind of sick.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about before.
No on the ground, good luck. Went for the neutral up. Nothing too mental off of it. We're just staggering, but good jab out from Vord. Able to flip it out, but not confirm on the overhead. Just able to take the corner. That's the positive.
Now just trying to use JD and trying to maybe do a target combo in order to break Ghost Punk's defense, but again, they're just putting 4DNG in the corner over and over, trying to poke Rev Power. There we go, we get the burning knuckle. Okay, wait a minute. Ooh, now we're cooking.
Yeah, it's a shame that Brodel got the opties though, because I believe you can kill from that scenario. A very good Rebel represent from Ghost Punk, representing the offense. Yeah, again, poking with the load upside back up. Ooh, bingo! Ooh, power guys for the kill. What did what 1-0?
Whew. I think try to use that ignition gear Ghost Punk to, just do a little bit of reversal, but it got blocked, and then Vord was just able to do their own. But there we go, JD immediately getting countered for that dough and already getting a JCN.
Boy, good block. Boy, good check with heavy punch. Heavy sheds, amazing short hop. Able to get some good damage off this power geyser. 50% essentially jumped away.
And we have our SPG right now, but we don't got a lot of health, and we're being knocked back into the air. Maybe trying to do an OTG. Oh, we're getting the reversal off. All right. This could be very good for Ghost Punk to get back in. Cancel that rev blow with a meaty and block the other one. Oh, nice jab though.
Good whip punish from Vord. Do keep in mind that these are first to 2, meaning only one more match for the big man on Terry.
Tough. I could tell by how you fight.
Okay, he's hyping up mans. Yeah, no, actually looked immaculate on the whip punishes. Had a really good combo about the second round there at the start. He does have the options, but on those counter hit burn knuckles, that's where I want to go.
And now already Ghost Punk doing very well at putting Vord into the corner. SPG is active, but they're able to get a punish out, make their way out of the corner. But can they find something else in a lot of these just defenses? Oh, what's the grab?
Boy, nice. Yes. Power wave represented the short up. Some pressure indeed to feint a little for that far heavy. We're jabbing out, getting the charging. Corner unlocked yet again, but Red Bull to escape. That's a counter.
What the?
Nice
try.
Able to do the web reversal, but hey, just gets a rev blow. That's all you need sometimes. Just going against your opponent. You might think you're trying to go for a super or something like that, but you just rev blow.
Yeah, for Terry and very scary rev blows indeed. Cover good space, and they're able to get some good damage with that hard knockdown as well. Jabs, heavy. Represented for a short hop from Vord for the damage. Up to throw.
Tried to just do a neutral jump, tried to do an Excel, but got canceled out of it. Ghost Punk has to figure something out. There we go, gets a JD, might be trying to go into a full combo, but whiffs it a little bit. Trying to do the Rev Blow, able to get that off, just trying to dash in, get another Rev Excel. We could go all the way with this one, especially into the corner, maybe to a super. Yes, we are!
Yeah, very nice win there for Ghost Punk. Ran the corner offense, linked into the super. Looking pretty confident in this matchup against Ward. After losing that match,
about all the asses you kicked.
nice. After losing that match, that will build up the confidence you certainly need, right? Because you took it clean 2-round sweep, and now it's just down to either man who will take this match. Right now, this punk will throw immediately on the upper, has the corner, and messing up the combos.
Yeah, has to figure something out, especially since Ward is still trying to break open Punk's defense. But there we go. Ghost Punk able to make something happen, put into SPG, but alright. Oh, there we go. Gets a far confirm.
Good jab checks. Hops for the jump in. Daggers. Ooh, DP to escape. Short hop. Nice link indeed. That's some good damage off of that. Something 50% jumped away. Good jumping yet again. Because they're an SPG. Oh no, it's gone. It's gone. They were in a smidge of it. A teeny smidge.
And now they just have full health, but it doesn't even matter. They're able to get the kill there, and now they are 1 round away from winning this set and moving on. So I imagine Board is doing good, but it could be close. Oh, just gets the jump in into the red burning knuckle for a nice combo.
Very nice. Checking the shins yet again. Jumps in. Check the shins. Good block on the close medium punch. A heavy punch even. That's Street Fighter talking. Block. Whoa, the jump back. Staying safe. Woohoo! I like that break from the burn. Knuckle board in the corner. Caught it and blocked. Oh, Kevin's on.
Kevin's got to respond with something. Trying to make their way out of the corner. Rev Blow too, but it was expected. Gets swept. Oh, trying to go for a red line gear. Actually going to be able to pop it off.
Chunky damage as well for an iframe. Yeah, barely what you need to escape the corner. Goes for the Red Bull yet again. Ghost Punk wants it, and that's a punish on the DP, but not now a geyser to knock out this guy's board. Gonna go up 2-1 in this set. Gonna be taking it, moving on in the bracket.
Police training must be insanely tough.
That got so close there. Ghost Punk was feeling very good and maybe trying to go for a mix-up or a cross-up by just jumping over Vord, but Vord was able to catch them last second with that ignition gear, you know, just power geyser, get a little bit of that hitbox in there, and from that, it was over, and Vord is going to be moving on against Hyde in Winners Round 2, but I mean, that was a really good set to start off tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Going down to the wire, of course, Ford did have it like locked in, ran the offense, and just had the combos. I think that was the thing that was holding back Ghost Punk. Is like they're landing important hits, very key hits, but like dropping the combo, right? Got a counter hit heavy kick, right? You can do a ton with that. You can really do a ton with that, but unfortunately dropped. And I would look at that as the next step to improve, right? Like I'm landing important hits. What's my combo?
That's the thing, especially when trying to learn a new fighting game. You know, we've been with Fatal Fury for, again, about 2 weeks since early access has opened up. And, you know, there is that little effect where the glass shatters when you get like a wild punish or a good hit confirm. Watching out for something like that visual indicator in order to be like, okay, now I'm ready to go into my Rev Excel combo or something else. You can get a lot of good hits in. I've seen a lot of people do that, even myself. You know, you get a lot of good hits in, but it just matters on how you're going to be able to go from that hits is what's going to be the true telling of how strong you're going to be in that match. But either way, let me stop talking because it looks like we got another set on our hands. We're going to have Manu on Ronaldo versus Arbiter on Kim Dong-hwan. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one for sure. Of course, the Dong-hwan, right? Very hype character to watch. One of the few represented in brackets. But of course, in this one, you know, we did see 5th place in the top 8 representations. And of course, you do have Ronaldo, who is a bit of a sleeper character. And Cool has been shown off to a high degree. Powerful character. Same with Diaphone, shown off this character in there. actually ridiculous. Ronaldo might be one of the tippy top tiers, but who knows? With enough time we'll find out. But how they do against the kicky man himself, Don Juan.
Already going for a bit of a hit confirm, but not going to be able to capitalize. Red blow coming out from Arbiter, able to get a hard knockdown. Not getting much more off of that, just trying to play it a little safe. There we go, get some lows.
Woo! Heavy kick, wild punishment. That's what good damage. Arbiter knocking him down with the red blow, knocking him out of SPG. Definitely a clever play to go for, but do keep in mind Ronaldo does have a DP, so Manu can escape here if they want, but Arbor represents their own on the jump in. Taking an important first round.
From my brief time with Don Juan, I know that D is going to be your god button, but it's not going to save you from that DP coming out from Manu, trying to, you know, keep some space with some of their soccer balls, but not stopping it. But there we go, another DP.
Big jump in. Heavy kick representing. Cross up. Nothing comes of it. Red blow. Challenged into it. Gonna get the knockdown because of it. Nice cheeky cross up. Now Arbor is the one in control.
Gonna get a Rev Excel DP. Gonna go for their full on. Alright, hitting gear.
This just makes so much sense as well. Even if it doesn't kill. The killing isn't important. See that overheat? Gone. 0%, and now you've got access to all your EXs. Well, the opponent's in the corner. This is dominant.
Arbiter's doing so well, and there we go. Just JD. That's all you need.
Once you get good at those short hops, there is a little bit of a shortcut for it. Hold Rev, and then when you hold up, you do it.
I don't know about you, but my legs feel like they just leveled up.
I like the dialogue. Very cheesy. Very good. Very good. But yeah, Arbor, they just look confident. They did look really confident. And that heading gear super is just a really smart decision. You're well aware it's not going to kill, but overheat is such a damaging place to be put in.
Oh, already getting the jump in, but again getting Rev blowed out. Manu can't find their way, you know, to get some dominance, but that might be something. Gets a throw into the corner. Starting to make something out of Arbiter, but we're getting DP'd again and thrown.
Oh, you need a hand. Oh, one pen. Fairly decent as well. Look at the damage, just revving up. Going for the super. Not going to be enough to kill. 1 HP. Nobody could call it, but using that Rev guard to avoid chip. Very smart.
Absolutely. Trying to get into advantage. They got to be very careful if Manu's trying to go for something. And yeah, the soccer ball. It's all you need.
It's so quick. It's so quick. You can't even like just defend it like consistently. Can't rev guard that. It can catch you off guard. It can really catch you off guard. Oh god, you've seen it there. No counteract confirmed. The great avoidance with the DP. Has to just block up now and fight back.
Trying to go for some lows again. Not going to be able to confirm much off of that. But still trying to keep the distance against the Ronaldo, but getting hit by the soccer ball. There we go. The D going to be able to connect, and that's going to lead to a crazy combo. Just get it, goal kicks in, get your electric stomps. Not going to get much more off of that though.
Oh, need a hand with the red blow. Oh, anti-air with the DP. Arbiter keeping it cool, but again, that goalie save. Very powerful red blow. And represent it. Oh no, I believe you're dead.
Oh yeah, no, we're just going for the full 9 stops. Gonna go for the hitting gear, and Panda, you know what we gotta do.
Oh no, that's not the hitting gear, my man.
Oh dang! I got the wrong one. I was getting a little too excited.
yeah, you know it's hitting gear because before it will point down at the ground like he's marking his goal, right? That's his shot.
You just need to live with.
Yeah, he does his little point down. I know that. I just got a little too excited.
No, don't get me wrong. I feel the exact same way. I've done it in the back from Brawl Paragon. You gotta get hyped up for the Sues. Ooh, good approach. As a DP though, so nothing reward on the normal hit, but we're just jabbing away with that standing A.
Nice air conversion. Gotta watch out though, because yeah, just going to be rev load again. Really abusing that from Arbiter, trying to get a cross up too, but can't really find good openings other than, you know, just air attack on the JD.
Ooh, nice pushback. Heavy kick, well punished, but nothing of it. Went for the throw, avoided, represents the keepy ups, DP'd. Whee, big throw.
Gets DP'd out of that corner though. Really trying to respect Manu right now, especially because they're hitting off of the dive kick. Trying to cross up, but again, cannot break through this defense. JD is their biggest tool.
Aye, but we're seeing it there. Good chase from Arbor. Going left, right, catching the shins. Now, Arbor only needs one more round to deny Manu their run so far. A good back throw from Manu to take advantage. Tries to sweep in. EP ups to deny the airspace as that whiff punish scenario, and that's going to be some good damage.
You do not want to whiff your DP, because if you do, you're just going to be absolutely obliterated. Going to be seeing a sick red line gear coming out from Manu to just lay the damage. But there we go, JD. This might be something for Arbiter, especially off the hop.
Could certainly be. Keeping the pressure on. Sides it back up. Keepy ups. Keepy ups into the head, but oh my god. Dude, the keepy ups are such a threat. Also, what's up, Yurikov? Hope you're doing well. Hope your run is certainly going well for you. But Arbor and Manu here, double Luigi point. Who's going to break away?
Again, trying to break for that defense, able to get something started, but oh, whiffing your DP, not getting punished for it though. Arbiter going to be running away with that, but still needs to land a hit on Manu. Going to be able to get something, but again, not confirming off of it.
Oi, chest check. Throw. Yeets him into the corner. Keepy ups. Chest check. Yeah, again, the cross up. Manu went for the throw, but not going to get the kill with the tech, and keepy ups. My god, Manu. Denying the airspace.
That last round wasn't even, Manu getting a big combo. It just, chest check, get some chip. It just kept happening over and over and keeping their defense so strong that Arbiter couldn't get a single hit in. And from that, Manu gotta be moving on. And I gotta say, the comeback was crazy because Arbiter, especially on the Kim Dong-Hwan, I was even noticing tech that people found out early on. Like if you use your axe kick in the air and break it, you're able to get a double jump and you can cross up into, your back cross up attack in the air. I forget the button, but they did use it there, but still, yeah. Manu came back.
I'm trying to remember the button myself. It may be back D or back D, back B or something like that. Something like that. Certainly a kick button. But my god, that those keep ups really denied the airspace. You set up the ball, keep it up, and then you get hit. It's a nasty situation for sure. But looking at the pills next set, it's going to be Madrid and Yurikov. So that's going to be the Rock versus, I believe Yurikov is on the Hokutomaru now, right?
I'm pretty sure Yurikov is on Hokutomaru. I'm pretty sure I looked up and saw that. And also I looked up that attack, the mule kick, it's actually back C in the air.
Back C. Wow, okay. I was just wrong in general. But whilst we're waiting here, whilst we're getting the next players on, be sure to check out that Mancherino. I put it in the chat for you. It's dead quick. All you gotta do is click that link, log in with your Twitch, and then claim the code. 3-step program, really simple. And it's completely free. You're supporting the event for tonight. You're supporting the boys that are putting on a show for you. But yeah, it does appear that we're gonna see the Hokutomaru versus the Rock. And during the beta, Yurikov did play Rock, had a really solid Rock. So I wonder what's made them go from the Rock to a bit more of a super aggressive character, right? Where you just want to run offense, set up the teleports and all that stuff. Do you think it's the movement, or do you think it's like how the projectiles work for the character? What's your theory, NM?
Coming from my own perspective of the Rock into the Hokutomaru, I didn't really, I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy the betas. I'm going to be honest. And it's nothing of the game itself. It's just because of that thing where the beta doesn't really have the characters you want to try. I played Rock because that was the closest to what I wanted to play. But then when Hokutomaru got revealed, I was like, that's him. That's him. And yeah, it is that movement, being able to teleport. I saw that and I got flashbacks from Chip plus R and I was like, yes. Yes. I was sold the second I saw that, but also Hokutomaru is just such a stalled demon, mainly in the air, especially because they can keep themselves up. The fact that you can just use your projectiles in the air to angle downwards or even angle in the same plane as you is insane. Also, of course, going to be able to use that rev teleport, which leads into some crazy combos. And of course, you still got the double jump, which you might want to go forward and then back them forward. You can do whatever you want. There's a lot of options that Hokutomaru has in this game. Oh, and I even see Yurikov actually answered that question you were asking earlier, saying, honestly, I'm playing Hoku because I want to play a character out of my element, and Hoku is that. Interesting. Okay.
That's interesting. Yurikov, how about you play Tizok for the one time though? Huh? Alright, let's get a high level player in the Tizok, try to push the character a bit more, dive a bit deeper into things that we wouldn't think of, please, I beg. Please. Yeah, no, uninstalled? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very interesting to see the Hokutomaru. It does just make sense, right? It does make sense. A very strong character. It does take you out of your element. There's only one thing that you're certainly lacking with that character, and we talked about this off comms, of course. No DP, right? In this game, there's a ton of DPs, right? You've got Kan's Flash Kick, you've got Terry, you've got Hotaru, you've got Rock, you've got some of the key characters in the current meta right now, all sitting on a DP, except Hokutomaru, who seems like a very solid meta character. That must be something that kind of holds you back a wee bit. It's like, I need to get good at defense.
Yeah, the defense isn't the best on Hokutomaru, but there we go. Using the break on your quarter circle forward D is so good because, again, you can just volley into another attack. But we're seeing Madrid, they're actually going to be on the Billy Kane, not the Rock we were talking about.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Has a color scheme for sure, but I can't link it to anything. It doesn't appear that Madrid is sitting in the corner, and as a zoner fighting a rush down, it's a bit pesky. You don't want that guy rushing in, so you gotta keep him at bay.
And also, you gotta remember, we could see one of those teleports in the Rakazan Kai at any moment, but we're in overheat right now. We have to be careful. Gonna be able to get a throw into the corner, though. We might be trying to find something off of this, but just backing up.
Try approach in. And overheat, playing to their space. Good chase with the JH. God, JD, my lord. Oh, shurikens, keeping you at bay. Both players do have SPG available, but Yurikov gonna be one to miss that confirm. No punish from Madrid.
No, just gonna go for the air throw instead. Has to watch out for this reversal, able to block it, and yeah, just going to be straight into a break off of the Kuhadan into another Kuhadan.
Yeah, that's something you've got to keep in mind as well. Billy is another character that lacks a DP, so you've kind of got to be smart on your defense with your wake up supers. A good hit confirmed from Yurikov, going for the air stall into the jump, and probably a meaty timed safe jump if I had to guess. Now Madrid stuck in the corner, fighting their way out with these pokes, trying to take the space, but you're put right back in the air stall, gonna miss the punish. He's stuck at the corner.
SPG active right now for Yurikov. Going to try to use that rev blow, gets punished for it, and this is going to allow Madrid to capitalize a little bit. But, watch out for the super. Yeah, it's coming in, and it's cooking you off the jump. And rev blow, as we were talking about before, is also one of those options you can use in order for defense when you're trying to wake up. But it's super minus on block and risky to the point where, as you saw there, you can get easily punished for it if they're looking for it.
Oh yeah, big throw. Jumps in, good pokage, keeping the plus. Oh, hyper defense. That means Yurikov has those. Madrid got to think twice about representing that zoner tool. This is some good damage. Oh, the red blows. Do keep in mind, Hokutomaru, only character that can cancel their red blow into the aerial version of their red blow. Meaning there's a ton of messed up RPSs that they can represent.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's always a joy to see that. Even more of a joy to, of course, see the hitting gear coming out. Alright, yeah, that's going to be doing a whole lot of damage and just absolutely exploding Madrid. Now kind of tying up that life lead and able to get a wild punish in the air, but jumps into the super!
And Madrid on the offense, keeping the pressure going, backs up, good check with the jab, opts to keep their spacing. Denying Yurikov from getting in. Do keep in mind, both of them are out of bar. Oh, the jumping C for the kill. Madrid. Can we go up 1-0? And you're doing well against Yurikov. That's a big deal.
You bounce around more than you fight.
That is an insanely big deal, and I imagine Madrid is feeling very good about that. Really keeping Yurikov at bay and not allowing them to kind of get in as they want. But something else that I was talking about before that we really aren't seeing is, again, one of Hokutomaru's biggest pieces of that tool set, and that's that teleport.
Oh, yeah. You'll tend to see that to counter zone or to counter poke, look for an opportunity to catch an air stall maybe. But like, you're not seeing it represented here. Although this matchup appears to be one where he's not represented a ton. I could be wrong on that. Oh, red blow for the hard knockdown. And Belly's red blow is really good because it hard knockdowns the opponent right next to him.
Trying to find something, blocks the red blow this time. Yurikov trying to bait with the double jump. Of course, one of the only characters, the only character that has that double jump just as a native tool, so able to mix up on there. But still keeping Madrid at bay, making sure that they can't really hit too much, but getting some health back on that just defense.
Oi, good confirm with the dodge attack for the crouch version, keeping the pressure going. Red blow into the ground you go. Go for the cross up, well defended, gets a hit with a close C, but no confirming to a kill scenario. Yurikov, fortunately, gonna get caught by that projectile yet again, and just like Madrid, one more round away from knocking Yurikov into losers.
One round away indeed. There we go, going to teleport off of the shuriken. Tries to go for the throw, gets tagged out of it though. And now trying to figure out if they're going to be able to zone with some of these shurikens. But every time Madrid knows which one they're going for. It just keeps hopping over it, but not going too full into the distance.
Yeah, for real. Often hold the space. Good counter on the projectile shurikens. Jumps in. Yurikov in a bit of a backhand needs to lock in and gain some type of advantage. Unfortunate, you are an overheat. And there's no way to take that down to zero besides playing well into a zoner, which is pretty brutal indeed. But Madrid, take the space. Oh, that's guaranteed. You can't challenge that.
Especially when you're in overheat right now. 40% left on that bar, and Yurikov's just trying to keep some space, stall out the shuriken.
Oh.
Able to jump in for the air throw. Might be trying to go for something off of that.
Yeah, it appears that Madrid does not know the punish to that wake-up super. Gonna have to lab one out in the lab at some point. Pretty decent scenario going for the reset jump-ins. Getting a good pickup here for the damage. Opts for a left mix-up, but good tech on the throw from Madrid here. Health is low for the fella, but still definitely a winning opportunity. And they can land a clean hit. Woo!
Ooh. Very good learning there. Saw that super coming out from Madrid and just used that double jump to get behind them, and then was able to finish it out with a few more hits. Yurikov showing some signs of life, but they still need one more round win if they're going to put a point on the board. And Madrid, again, is just trying to keep their space enough that they can just put Yurikov out, but Yurikov is making their way back in.
Oh, he jump in. Air stall, beautifully done with a cross up leading into the super. Getting some good damage. Good tech on the throw though. So keep in mind Madrid is still on set point, so this is still winnable for the fella, as they have meter for sure, and that SPG, you gotta keep in mind, your damage goes up by 10%. Good just defense, you can't enter here with a super in this game. Let's come out.
Trying to play it safe again, trying to find some 2Bs. There we go, able to get the anti-air with a close C. Keep it going, going to be able to get an ignition gear, and trying to, again, keep it going with some of these Bs, able to get a few attacks in. Needs a little bit more against Madrid though. Might try to go for a shuriken or something else, but again, you gotta remember, you're in overheat.
The guard meter, so low. Oh, just like that, but again, that's so rough, man. That is so rough. You got such a key moment in the set, but your character is all like the rest of the tool just kicked in, killing such a deadly scenario. Yurikov could have been dead there if a different tool was used to break the guard.
Yeah, if it was something else, you know, going to be able to convert into a combo, that could have been a lot more devastating for Madrid in order to get that win and move on to the 2-0 situation. But Yurikov going to, you know, adapt in the situation, run away with it, and off
the station. That means we're going for a bit of decision making right now. It could be changing a character, right? Could be changing the SPG bar, you know, maybe going like, maybe I need to set it earlier, maybe I need to set it later, you know, in the brain, starting to think a little bit. What decision do we make? Do we go in that rock that was maybe represented earlier? We leave the lobby? That's the mess with Yurikov, get in their head. They're not expecting that. They're like, it's 1-1, the set is still going, why did you leave, you know?
Yeah, I'm curious, maybe trying to make sure that they're connected, maybe something in their setup isn't how they like it, so they're trying to troubleshoot a little bit. I'm just trying to spitball and think of ideas on what is going on there. But either way, still, we're having a pretty good set here. Again, more of that back and forth that we keep seeing on stream. It's not 2 O's that we see. It's always 1-2s or 2-1s, back and forth. And Yurikov, they are playing somebody who's out of their comfort zone, as they were pointing out before in Twitch chat, with Okatumaru, which... I gotta add, they're playing it very well, especially jumping in. They're using JB in order to get in a lot. You also see that 2B coming in too, in order to go into that quarter circle 4B, that launcher attack that, again, allows you to convert into other combos if you break it, or even if you just use it normally. It's a good way to get your opponent on the ground.
Yeah, either or, you can go for the low key or you can go for the damage. And again, as a break tool, again, it can be represented as an amazing anti-air, but I don't know, man. I don't know what is happening. Do we have any info? Let me check the Discord.
Yes. Apparently, the lobby just straight up kicked them out.
That's rough. That is rough. So apparently there was a third party involved that was called the SNK Lobbies. Not a fan of them. To say kick them out because they were like, ho, 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 you can't make a comeback here. But they will be joining back up, of course, ready to fight the Yurikov. And, on the positive here, you're giving yourself a little bit of time, to think out how are you going to play into this. Giving you a bit of trouble now. All of a sudden, the Hokutomaru is starting to actually be a real threat. So maybe we're going to start strategizing. If you're Billy in this scenario, how are we going to approach Yurikov that's been playing the game? We see that they do a lot more air stalls with the double jump, a little bit more air stalls with the shuriken feint, maybe a couple of run-ups. Do you think maybe we check the air with delayed anti-airs? Do you think that's the play?
Ooh, actually going for the rock. We're not seeing that Billy Kane. It's what we thought before. Ooh. Okay, in terms of rock, they do have, of course, the rising tackle, which they could try to use to, of course, do a solid anti-air against Okatumaru, but of course, we've seen the air stall options. They can double jump. Maybe they'll try to bait out a rising tackle by jumping forward and then back. So we could see that too.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously the Rock is going to have some good inherent advantages against a rushdown character. DP, like you said, rising tackle, massive backflip. But the other thing I quite like is the aerial EX Shimpukins, or Shimpukins as they're called, that Rock has access to. But so far, Yurikov, alright, doing some good work here. Good jump in for the check, representing the heavy kick, keeping it cool. Big trade. Keeping Madrid at bay, not even letting him play.
Just go shuriken, just jab your way in, trying to jump in, does the air stall with the twofer, able to get a few Bs in, and of course the lesser of the quarter circle 4B. Can we see some more off that? Able to get a little bit of a crush?
Backing up. Ugh, nice that. Ooh. When you start, I love those plays, right? Yurikov understands player momentum, right? You have not had any the entire set. Your first Oki scenario, you're going to get greedy. You're going to run your offense. I'm going to wake up super. It just makes sense. Oh, nice. Are knocked down.
Already trying to get in again. Go for the shuriken. Able to get the C. Really good defense too on this rock. Doesn't feel like they're trying to hit confirm for the Rev Excel, but just going a little too far. He's going to be using a bit of that meter for nothing.
No way. Backing up. Ooh. Ah, super good
tag.
Good damage indeed. Yurikov only needed one more hit. Good tag in the throw. Madrid not going out yet, but you have gone on a character who does seem a bit more familiar with fighting. And that probably was your downfall, not committing to the belly. In the back throw for the kill. Yurikov bringing it back from a little bit of a brink of disaster, all of a sudden to absolute success as they continue on in the bracket.
So put together.
That was really good coming out from Yurikov, especially in that last game. You saw there using, of course, that close C. Another very good combo starter, even for C2, to be able to go into the Kuhadan. You break that, you go for the Rev 1, and then you can do whatever you want. You can go into your Zane Ken Rev and then go for a shuriken, and then off of that you're going to be able to go in and go for an ignition gear, which we saw a lot. But also, again, as I said before, trying to break their way in by using 2 Bs or just a standing B, and then going off of that to a Kuhan Dan. It's just, again, a really good way to knock your opponent down. Yurikov felt a lot more solid against the Rock than they did the Billy. It felt like a lot of times they were just trying to get in against the Billy, who was just, of course, trying to keep space. That's what you're trying to do with more of a zoning character.
Oh, look at what's
I know you saw it. I know you saw it.
Oh my god, this is going to be my first time commentating a Tizok since the release of this game. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. I look down and I see my man. I see the beak, right? So that's exciting. Yeah, someone's happy. Yeah. Someone's happy. Someone's happy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And of course, the Gato is also a really cool pick indeed. A character not really represented at high level, but a ton of the people who play him go like, he can hang, but he takes a ton of effort to make work. So yeah, again, that also has me excited. It's a shame that one of these characters has got to go down the loser's side.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I absolutely love seeing Gato. Oh, wow, we're just going right into it. I was about to say, love seeing Gato in my local scene from Cherio. Of course, this character has crazy offense. The Rekka just allows you to go into so many more combos than you would originally think with this character. And I can say about Gato, but you're about to see it on stream here and how good it is.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting indeed. But so far, the Olympus over the elbow already doing good work for you, but block out, well defending on the just defense. Good connection from Lord. And the pressure going, backs up. Keeping it cool, doesn't want to overextend. Olympus over, easy anti-air. Goes for the reset into the throw. I quite like that. You don't always need to confirm your anti-airs. Oh god.
Yeah, the air carry on Gato too. Absolutely insane. Oh, wait a minute though. Tizok's coming out alive. Tries to go for another grab, but gets whiffed. But hey, gets another one from the mix-up with the roll.
No, keeping it cool, looking out for a DP. Beat represented, went for the overhead, but the check with the 4D coward. Didn't have to say that, bro. He's not even throwing a projectile at you, my man. That's all offense. But yeah, interesting thing we're seeing is that Gruff is definitely committing to a ton of Olympus overs, the elbow, and that is kind of costing them right now. And Lord is able to just take turns very quickly.
Absolutely. Trying to stomp up, but there we go. Gruff is getting a lot here. Going to be able to get a full Revic combo into a grab, trying to capitalize off of that. Able to break the defense, but able to jump out of the corner.
And they went for the active to pawn. Unfortunately, not going to get it. Stuck in the corner, well defended. The Rev is high, went for the beak. Good just defend, jump. No suplex for you. The punish. Lord has the corner. Good block. Suplex.
If you're blocking too long against a grappler, you're gonna get grabbed. But just 2A into 5A, just jabbing is all you need. Lord Float gonna be keeping themselves alive in this game. Gonna be able to take one against this Tizok.
By showboating, show some respect.
That's mad. That's a mad boy slay. But yeah, we're seeing the effects of beaking too much. The beak is a tool that is -6 on block, so you use it wrongly, you'll see it, it's going to get punished here and there, and it does appear that Lord is so confident playing Tizok for some reason, just running the offense.
They're so close to overheating too, but gets the wild punish. Not going to be able to get too much off that, but that's still good damage and keeping up in the driver's seat, just keeping Gruff in defense. Again, jumping over that dash. You don't want to be using that dash too much or else you're going to get countered, but wait a minute!
Yeah, on the positive, the Lariat, the heavy version of it, -2 on block, so safe. Can even do some offensive OSs. But you've got to be careful utilizing it. Very reactable. And Lord, need one more interaction to get the kill. Just going for some quick jab checks. Good block on the beat. Good block on the offense. Oh my god. That's a shame. Yeah, I think you're dead, bud. That's a shame. That's a shame. He managed to get the EX throw. Swap sides. Fairly good. Powerful scenario for sure. But wasn't ready for the lack of meter. Probably went straight to the EX elbow.
trying to find something with the jab, but couldn't find the hurt box on Lord Float. They're just going to be continuing to rush in, trying to just neutral jump. Knew the grab was coming out, going to be going for a full Rev Excel combo. Maybe trying to go, nope, not going to use a gear off of this, but they still have the corner.
The beak! Ooh, no feint to try and go for some offensive pressure. Stuck in the corner, has to hold the offense. Back throw! Corner unlock. Active to pun! Good damage indeed. But Olympus over. Punished with the anti-air. Is what it is. Gruff knocked into loser side as Lord Float continues on in the bracket.
Imagine you could defeat me by showboating.
Very
Show
good.
some respect.
Coming out, of course, from Lord Float. Going to be moving on. And they're actually going to be fighting Shadow X next in the winners quarterfinals. That's going to be their next match. But still, a really strong Gato coming out here. And Gruff was able to get some stuff with Tizok, but it never felt like they were able to do exactly what they wanted, able to breathe too much. As you were pointing out before, Panda, they were trying to use that beak a lot, but since, of course, it's minus, they were getting punished a good amount for it.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. Tizok is a very committal character. If you can use those tools well, he appears a lot less committal, right? Even a tool like Beak, -6 on block with the reach of God, apparently, right? Does have some really good reach. But they are committal tools. You get used to them, you'll get used to anti-airing them, you'll get used to whiff punishing them. Same with elbow, you'll get used to walking back, making a whiff punishing it. Same with lariat, you'll get used to like countering it on the moment, doing the anti-air or doing a neutral up to like go for a well punished jump. And that's the problem with Tizok. He's very committal. I wouldn't change that, of course. I wouldn't change that. He has to be committal, but like it can be brutal. It can be absolutely brutal trying to get him with a character.
Absolutely. I mean, again, for somebody as strong with strong attacks like Tizok, it is good in a way in order to balance them out that they have that these committal attacks or committal dashes, but again, it really hurts the character in terms of being able to keep up in a very fast cancelable game as City of the Wolves, where everybody's pretty much just trying to cancel moves or break. You're not really able to utilize those new systems as best as you want to, and because of that, it feels a lot harder. And even past the committal stuff, there's a lot of other stuff that's keeping Tizok down. Of course, some of his light attacks, mainly some of his far A's, they can whiff on crouching opponents at some points, and because of that, it is really hard to get a combo starting off of that. And of course, he's just a big dude.
He is a big dude.
He's just a big dude, and a big dude means a big hurt box, and a big hurt box means even like some attacks that maybe other characters can avoid, he's not going to avoid.
Yeah,
he can get hit.
Yeah, and of course this game has one thing that's very unique for a 2D fighter, because a ton of 2D fighters do this. No varied health pools whatsoever, right? You look at Street Fighter, a character like Zangief has 11,000 health, where the average character has 10,000 health, right? Game like Guilty Gear, of course, Potemkin's built like a tank and Chip's built like paper, you know? And it's a very, even tag fighters do this. Dragon Ball Fighters is one of the few, like exclusions, but like tag fighters, you know, you've got Hagar, a gajillion health, you got Nemesis, gajillion health, and then Virgil, one of the top tiers, can at least die in one combo, right? So it makes you wonder if this is a correct decision, because a Pixie will always have to run the same type of combo on someone like Tizok compared to someone like Khan. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's interesting that every character's dying in the same amount of interactions.
Yeah, it does definitely change up the game, because putting Tizok and Hokakumaru, for example, Tizok, again, that big body character usually would get saved by having more health if it was having those varying health values, but because he doesn't, that means he is a weaker character because he can't take as many hits. He's still got that big hurt box. He still is very committal when it comes to his dashes, as we kept seeing, you know, trying to volley in. Because of that, it really hurts the character. And that's also why I feel like Hokakumaru, it's another thing that actually makes him a stronger character. In other fighting games, like, for example, Guilty Gear Strive, you got Chip. Chip is one of the characters that has the least amount of HP. Or Strider, from I can think of, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, has less than the normal value. You would think that Hokakumaru, if we did have varying health, would be in the same pool as the others. The ninjas, they're able to move fast, but they don't have a lot of health because, they can move fast, they're jack a lot of trades and master most, especially Chip. But Hokatumaru, just same as everybody else. That means he's able to run around, do a lot of this mess, and not really get punished for it. That me, as one that plays all those characters I just mentioned, I play all of them, and it's different gameplay for Hokatumaru compared to the others. I'm not constantly thinking about, if I get hit, this could be it. With Hokatumaru, like, I can live, I can fail and then come back.
Yeah, you're like, if I get hit, it's like I've at least got one more interaction, or you go like, if I get hit by a Lycan form, I've got like 5 more interactions. It's not too bad. And that's the same mentality that someone like Tezok has, bigger character, like twice the size of the kid, is also having that same mindset of like, I got hit once by Kevin, one more interaction and I'm dead. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right, but that is the balancing of the game. You gotta live with it. It is what it is, as they say. And it's gonna be interesting to see what they do to maybe change some of the balancing, right? What characters are gonna get hit, what characters are gonna get buffed. If I was the buff Tezok, I'd just make him a bit quicker. Make him like his Mark of the Wolf speed, Make him like really quick in that regard. I think that would help.
Yeah, just make him be able, because of course, having the same amount of health as everybody else, just able to keep up with the rest of the cast. But either way, we're already getting into this next game between Azu and Silver Rupee, of course being sponsored by Lag R, and of course just coming off of the CFGC.
Ooh, so big interactions, having a good time for sure. And I do appreciate them like coming on here, like when I put on a show. But fighting a rock, definitely a tricky time. But you're playing Hotaru, stronger character for sure. Should be able to keep him in check. But that's an unfortunate whip on the DP confirm, allowing Azu to do some good damage, but not opting for the meter, holding on to it.
And just getting a little bit of a jab too. Already losing a round to Azu. Definitely got to figure out a different game plan. Maybe trying to use that fireball to your advantage, especially the slow one, to move in, but just jumps and gets hit by the aerial fireball, and now you're just being pursued. But there we go. We might be going into the standard Hotaru gameplay.
Nice, goes low, well defended. Aksho decides to back up, represent the fireball. What a neutral up from Azu. Getting some good damage. Another neutral up. My lord, that's going to lead to some good damage. Dun dun, corner and lock.
Tries to get a hit in, can't get much more off of that. So Rupee, gotta look above you because he keep getting neutral jumped. Azu gonna be able to take a full game off of you, and it felt like they just had quite a big chokehold in terms of the mind games on Silver Rupee. So many times where they just jump neutral, able to get a combo started, or literally jump behind Silver Rupee and then neutral jump and still mixing Silver Rupee up.
I've gotta say, the neutral ups are certainly doing God's work, right? Represent it, beat those standing pokes, because it appears that Hotaru's standing pokes, if they want to call it a jump in, has to be close D or close A, and anytime it's a close C, that's a whip punish. Oi, nice. Oh, that time it was the bait the throw. Really good neutral up yet again from Azu. Gotta keep these in check. Oh, that's brutal indeed.
Just going to be doing the full-on combo into the ignition gear off of the whiff DP, and now you have one last life. If you lose this one, that's going to be it for you. You move on to the loser's bracket. So Silver Rupee's got to get this defense in play, but still getting jumped in on over and over. But there we go, able to get a counter hit in and make their way back.
Back throw. Well done. Went for the shimmy play. Another short hop to make a normal whiff. How many attempts does it have to take? Another short hop, my god! Ooh, no punish on DP.
Oh, and just goes right behind them, just kind of warping on them, do a little mix up in order to get a throw. And with that, Azu going to be taking that game really swimmingly.
And I believe that'll take them to top 16 if I'm correct. And my lord, short hops. Short hops were the name of the game there. We saw a ton. Like, do it represent beat far D, far C, close C. It did so much. It genuinely did so much. So in the mentality of the Hotaru player, you gotta think about it the next time you fight Rock. Like, do a little bit more of that close D, right? Because when she does close D, she kicks like that, right? She goes straight up. So maybe something to represent, maybe a DP break, that would have certainly worked out. But my God, it's a hard read, right? It's a hard read, to be fair. But like, allowing that to happen on every interaction, that's something you've got to think about.
Absolutely. Just the way that Azu over and over was just short hopping, mixing up, able to jump behind was very devastating, where I imagine that it was really mixing up Silver Rupee, especially since it was happening over and over. But with that, I mean, that's something to practice, just watch out again for a lot of those hops. You'll be able to, make it back out. They're just going to be in the losers bracket, so they do have a shot at making it out. They're just going to have one more match to go in losers round 3. And of course, if they win that, they'll move on to the top 16. Just going to be on the loser side, but it looks like we have our next set up here. It's going to be EP Girl Wakey World versus Hikari.
Okay.
Oh.
2 goated names, right? 2 goated names. I know EP Girl, also goes by Miss Tricky. She's a very good player, plays on the Billy Kane from what I remember. And Hikari is a name that I've been seeing a ton over the scene. TNS, Paragon, you name it. But the character isn't coming to my mind, NM. Who are they representing again?
Hikari, I have not seen them on this game. I'm trying to figure out if this is the Hikari. Oh, this is the Hikari. This is the Hikari.
Rock. They're on Rock as well. Probably one of the stronger shows of the game to know. So yeah, you probably feel confident. But you're up against.
Gotta remember too, going into this, Hikari is a world champion right now, and Dragon Ball Fighters just won the entire circuit. So yeah, this is gonna be a very formidable opponent, but still, EP Girl Wakey World just trying to keep the defense on the orange in the corner, able to get a good hit in, but Hikari's just keeping them at bay.
Oh Jesus! Oy! Nice. Into the command grab. That leads to some good damage indeed. But didn't have enough of that rep to do the aerial projectile. Goes for the empty up into the low. Clever gameplay. You'll see that a ton in these KOF games. And Hikari going to be taking that first round.
Hikari already starting off strong. Gets hit a little bit by EP Girl. Going to be able to do, again, another full Rev Excel combo. Not going to be able to continue it much longer. But Rev Blow not going to be getting much. But God has to watch out for the ignition gear. Going to be able to make a nice reversal.
Yeah, that was really nice indeed. Oh, Vortex pulls them in. Gonna be able to get some good damage. They are in Rev though. I don't know if it's... Okay, never mind. Billy Kane meterlessly in terms of that super. Didn't need it. Didn't need it indeed. Good stuff.
Very good coming out from EP Girl there, but Hikari, there we go, able to find a sweep, going to be able to use ignition gear to just lock it in the corner. A reversal this time is not going to be saving you.
Oh God, bring him down to earth. Beautiful anti-air. Done. Good damage indeed. Chases out. Goes for the Russian. Neutral hop with it. JD. Nothing comes of it. Ooh. Ooh.
Gotta watch out. You're revving up very strongly, but there we go. Finds an opening. Can't get much off that. Oh, watch out. Oh, just too far away to hit.
Yeah,
very safe for Hikari. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's killing.
Yeah, that is a high-level player confirm if I've ever seen it. Button into super. That's a classic. And in this game, button into super does a ton of damage, and the character takes full advantage of that. EP Girl, how will you respond? So far, EP Girl's been playing fairly well, as in they're able to get some really good interactions, get some good damage indeed. But Rock's a tricky character to call out. Oh, that red blow getting checked.
Going to be coming in from the sky.
Nice.
Do it again. Just getting overhead after overhead. Going to be able to do another full launcher in the corner, but gets DP'd out of it. But backdashes the grab to the Rev Excel.
Beautiful. Beautiful work. And again, those overheads in the corner. So nice they have to do it twice. That was some beautiful work. And I notice EP Girl, they do this a lot in the brackets. Wow, well punished. Great read on that. But something I've noticed is that they put their SPG at the bottom of their health. And I think they do this to mess with the opponent because it's not represented all game. And when it is represented, it's going to be at the end. It's going to be a ton. That's a good interaction for a carry.
Hikari going to be coming back out off of that, you know, getting EP Girl in the corner, but just jumping is going to put them into the corner after an ignition gear 2. Not what they want. Able to get a 2B off of that, but has to block so much coming out from EP Girl and not blocking enough.
My god, that crouching beacon farm straight into the super. You've got to have it in these games, man. You got to have it in these games. That's not easy to do. Hikari, my god, how do you respond to that? EP taking their first game, you're tying it 1-1, and they're taking the first interaction yet again. A little bit of deja vu here in the anti-airs.
Also able to just hard knock down Hikari again. Able to get the anti-air, keep the momentum going. Able to get a grab too, and Hikari gotta find an answer, especially since EP Girl is still on you. There we go, DP.
Yeah, on the hyper cancel as well. Keep in mind, powerful tool against those long Rika-like moves. Have a ton of hits. Good block. Check the shins. Dun. Bring you down to earth. Ooh, bring you into the sky.
With another DP, gonna be able to get the 2B into a combo, but not gonna be able to get much because you're getting thrown right back down. You don't got much health left.
Oh, check the shins. Ugh, shining knuckle, beautifully done. Ooh, wake up super. EP Girl is not afraid to wake up super. We've seen it many a times. And now they're on 7 point. Will they not carry loser side? Surely not.
Yeah, we'll see if Hikari is gonna find something in order to make their run back against EP Girl because there we go. Rev blow, hard knockdown confirmed. Able to get the jump in into the super.
That's some good damage indeed. Checks the shins. They're done. Boom, bring you down the earth. Oh, good check on the shins yet again, Hikari. Big fan of those run-up lows. Nice, well defended. Oh, close D gets a close C. That's gonna be some good damage indeed, but not enough to kill. But you do got the meter if you want to dump it, and you certainly do.
Gets the red line gear. That's going to dump so much health on Hikari. Has one more true shot.
They dropped the super.
Nice reversal with the grab.
Oh Jesus. Oh god, the health is low for EP Girl. That deletes projectiles. I had no idea, but Hikari gonna get the whip punish. And now we're on double Luigi point. Either man can take it right here, right now. So far, it's going well for Hikari.
They were able to make their way back really close, and now they're just rev blow after rev blow, but getting grabbed for it. You can't rev blow if you're getting grabbed, as now you're in the corner, you're just getting poked out, but hey, able to find a nice jump in.
Nice. Tulsaman went for the low that time. Good neutral up to avoid it. Good chase. Oh, confirms into the shining knuckle. Beautifully done from Hikari. Goes for the low. Yeah, again, the shining knuckle for the kill. Loves checking the shins. Loves getting the kills. And oh my god, Hikari brought it back from a dire scenario with the 2-1 win.
Maybe you should start over.
That was extremely close, especially as we got to the end there. It felt like EP Girl just was always able to put Hikari in bad spots, get their supers off, even when Hikari was trying to make their way back in. But near the end, Hikari was able to get those signs of life back, able to, again, break those shins a lot with 2B, going into combos. The Shining Knuckle came out over and over to really shred that health. And, of course, jumping into, just doing some hops, able to do it with the JC and just come in off of that. It felt like Hikari found their signs of life out of that. And now they're going to be your first person locked into the top 8.
Big top 8. Pretty hype indeed. Good stuff, my man. Good stuff. Again, against EP Girl, who's been doing fairly well in a ton of brackets recently with their Billy Kane, looking like one of the Billies of the region right now. Of course, there is Diaphone playing Billy as well, and Ronaldo, and whatever character they feel like playing apparently. So, that's interesting. No, but heading into our next set here, I do believe we're going to be having Yurikov and Hyde, if I'm correct. Hyde on the Terry, and Yurikov, we got to see him earlier in the Hokitamaru. Surely not going to have an easy time against a Terry man, right? That is a person that has made aggression, right? And they got them burn knuckles, they got them DPs, and then they got the power geysers. I've seen how you do it. He will block insanely well and then just power geyser, represent it.
That makes me think, though, especially with the previous match we saw with Yurikov. They were able to do very well against The Rock compared to the Billy Kane of their previous opponent, which makes me think going up against Terry, are they going to have a similar time to how they faced The Rock, or is this Terry going to try to go for some different tools in their tool set to kind of mix it up against Yurikov?
So far, Yurikov gonna be the one to draw first blood with that anti-air. No, hey! Tries to represent with the red blow, and I do like the Dante colors on Hyde. Big fan. Been playing DMC recently, of course. You know, the anime inspired people to get on the games and enjoy them again. So that's pretty hype indeed. A good red blow knocking into the ground. Yurikov on the aggression. What a cross up! Getting some good damage. Oi.
In the Kuhu Dan, of course, after the 2B, going for that reversal just a little too far, but hey, you could just do your double red blow, but that's really putting you in overheat. But B is that godlike button as it is. Just do the overhead on that, do a little 2B. Yeah, you're gonna be swimming. You're fine.
I want to hype up Yurikov, but that was some gorilla-like plays. Going for the super into the red blow, my lord. Aye.
And going for another super there too.
Big throw. Hyde on the offense. Well defended. Representing the break on the DP, but that's a good challenge from Yurikov. Take it back the turn, but takes the throw.
Back on an opening. There we go. Going to be able to get it. Going forward to Rev Excel Kuhadan into both of the red blows. Going to be laying a lot of damage. With the grab though. Burning Knuckle. Crack shoot. Okay. You're not okay.
Nice. Feints the fireball. Represents jab. Feints the fireball. Yeah, again, surely you don't. Jabs in. Keep the pressure going. 1. Nothing comes of it. And now you're in overheat. Hyde not giving a damn though. 1, 2. Standing.
Did the 2B into the 5B. Trying to keep it safe. Another 2B. This is really what they're trying to do. But there we go. Trying to go for the Rev Teleport. Not going to get any openings off of that. Literally just 1 HP right now. Very scary for both of them as they're in overheat.
Represents the fireball. Shuriken's going for it. You can't just defend in the air anymore. And Hyde gets caught in the teleport. Something you've got to keep in mind. I've said this many a times. Yurikov going up 1-0. But besides that, main thing to know is that jumps are committal, right? You do a jump in overheat, you're committing. That's a hard commit. It's Street Fighter now. You could be anti-aired really easily. And you saw it there. Yurikov denying the airspace from Hyde. And now Hyde needs to think to himself, damn, what I gotta do to get in, right? Because as soon as I get into overheat, I just have to respect what he does. He's too quick.
Absolutely. Yurikov is just too quick because, again, they're on that Hokuto Maru. It's a very quick character. The mobility is peak. You got the double jump. You got air stalls. You have so much in that tool set, especially defending against Hyde's full Rev Excel combo.
Yeah, fairly nice. Not going for the just defend guard cancels. Do keep in mind, they build up Rev doing that. So Yurikov wants to hold on to their Rev right now, but it's slowly getting chipped up. Good neutral up, no confirm because of the distance. Hyde on the offense. Oi.
Trying to get the cross up. Gotta watch out because there we go. Hyde is in, and they're trying to go all the way to Sunday with this combo into the East Coast.
Oi. Good knockdown. Yurikov on the offense again. Represents a jump in. Wants to keep it cool. Oi! Beautiful DP break for the anti-air, and Terry gets some good damage off of an anti-air. Not usual in 2D fighters.
Just jumps over the red blow. There we go. Going to be able to go for the 6C. Keep it going. Going to be able to get that ignition gear too. Very good combo ender. Ooh, try to go for a little bit of that low dodge attack. Oh, the high dodge into Kuhadan, into, of course, the ignition gear. And the shuriken.
Yeah, in that scenario, you had to do wake up just defend. Hyde was not ready for it. And get hit. I'm going to assume that they were trying to go for the just defend and got hit. Mistimed it. Is what it is. Goes for the jab checks. Jumps in. Good blocks from Yurikov. Not going to get opened up by the strike nor the throw. Now Hyde back to holding the offense.
There we go. Wait. Makes their way in. Going to be able to get the cold shoulder. We have the corner right now, but can we get more off of that?
Oi, oi, oi. Terry has a large chunk of change with not a ton in the bag. My god. Ugh. We'd confirm here from Yurikov. So keep in mind they are in set point, and when you're equaling the health like this, certainly can go on your side, but Terry has one of the more egregious rev lows in the game because the amount of distance it covers. It's essentially an anti-fireball tool. Oh, just like that! Oh, he missed the super!
Doesn't even matter. They get a 2B. It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We didn't miss the Buster Wall. We're fine. We're fine. Keep it cool.
Definitely are fine. Oh, can't get the shurikens off.
Okay. Tries to go for the air stalls. Wait, good cross cut from Hyde as well on that air stall. Oh no!
Tried to use that ignition gear for a reversal. Didn't really work out in their favor. Yurikov has to figure something out. Maybe try to go for the red blow. Not going to be working that time around. We have our opponent in overheat though. What can we do for that? There we go. JC going to be leading into an insane combo, or maybe a little bit.
Good jab check. Good block in the 2Bs. Oh, but the challenge out. Wait, Yurikov is in a powerful scenario, especially that bar in the back, but hey, has so much rev to work with. Could represent a DP, certainly not going to back throw. One more interaction for your life. Power guys are going to win! And Yurikov will be the one to take that set. A clean 2. Hyde made 2 rough decisions on defense back to back. I understand the mentality, I understand why you got to represent the power guys all that, but Yurikov, step ahead, understood what you wanted to do to escape and just called it out.
Absolutely. That was, again, insane to see coming out from Yurikov, especially at the end there, being able to jump over that ignition gear and then go into that JB, 2B to the far B. Again, staple that we see on Yurikov's Hokotomaru. And of course, again, still a very good light confirmed light starter for a combo on Hokotomaru. Going to be able to take that. Again, we saw a lot of that ignition gear as we were kind of talking about with that character before, mainly as reversal, but also just really nice combo ender. I got to highlight that too. It felt like Yurikov didn't really let any of their combos go to waste. They always tried to end it off with that ignition gear. You don't really see a lot of other gears coming out from the Kotomaru unless you're trying to get out of overheat with that hidden, because again, ignition gear, it's so important to keep that in the back seat, because when you need a reversal or a combo under, that's going to be your main bet.
Yeah, and we got to see a ton of that. We did see a ton of that. And it does appear that the top 8 side of the bracket is essentially done. They're just marking out some of the scores right now. Looks interesting. You have Jay versus Hikari on winner's side, and Shadow X versus Yurikov on the other set. But I do believe that will be us for this block. Am I correct in saying that, NM?
No, you are not. We do the winners semifinals matches, and then we're done. Yeah, that's how it works over here at Breakout. When we do the blocks, the top 8 does everything else, but we still do the winner semifinals. We're still here for that.
Okay. Well, you've got 2 more matches with us. Got NM and Panda for the last 2 here. You're gonna have the Yurikov on the rock. Nope, I'm stupid. Shadow Ikari, Ikari on the rock in Hokotomaru. Jay on the Hokotomaru. Got me interested in watch for sure. You got the in fact, you're gonna have this on the other set if I'm correct. You're gonna have Shadow X and oh my god, yeah. Welcome to the Rock and Hokotomaru bracket. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch, of course, as Hikari already offers some amazing offense. We're on the Geese's stage as well. Really, dun dun.
And we're really putting Jay in the back foot, able to break open their defense again, literally just waiting for them to get back up, able to get the throw into so many rev excels, you don't even know what's going on screen. Hikari has just got such a good mastery on the rock already.
And it's dead scary, man. Like, that's the thing you gotta keep in mind about Rock, is like, he's a character that doesn't just have lows, doesn't just have overheads, doesn't just have a fireball game plan, doesn't just have a DP to escape, also has a command grab, also has dash throughs, and one of the scarier recos of the game. A very versatile Shoto indeed. But Jay gonna take some massive advantage on this round here.
Very good start, but yeah, they're in overheat. You're going to be taking that ignition gear, but hey, trying to go for the reversal, it gets blocked though, and that's going to lead to a lot of your HP getting stolen.
Good jump there. Getting some solid confirmage. One team check with the jab, but unfortunately couldn't catch the roll. Jay's able to escape. I'm still an overheat. A nice scenario indeed, but the Shuriken winning in the Fireball War.
Gets the jump in though, going to lead, of course, to another
No way.
coming out. Gets the overhead, just gonna be able to chip it out. We're all set.
That was a 1 percentile comeback from Jay. Hopefully, that comeback was completely worth it, because you gotta take another round indeed. Nakari, no easy opponent to defeat here. Good check with a nice hit from Jay. Gonna get a good combo with the EXs, dumping everything they can to get them out of SPG. I like that play.
Especially as we're in defense right now. Ooh, nice dodge attack. Of course, going to be leading to the full volley combo. Send the Shurikens, trying to keep it up. Maybe some Oki. Gonna have to block a lot of what's coming out. We're gonna be catching that. We're gonna be calling that out.
That's not easy to catch, especially in the moment. Decides to keep it cool and calm. Needs one more hit, but carry on the checks as they jump in. Shining Knuckle for the damage, putting them in the corner. Really big throw. Do it again.
Oh, not doing it again, but just dashing in, blocking that ignition gear. Good to be able to go for the full Rev Excel again. They have SPG. They're using their ignition gear. Jay had such a good lead, but it's about to come out. But hey, we just jab. We jab it out with the dodge attack.
Beautiful check in the air in those final moments. That will certainly keep you alive. Jay taking an important first match. Do keep in mind, you gotta keep this in mind. They pulled off an immaculate comeback in that second round. So you kind of almost had to win that match. Otherwise, it was all for naught. You know, that's a dire thing to have in your head in those moments. Oh,
absolutely.
Nice.
And it looks like Hikari's just taking full advantage. Going to be getting the Rev command grab, going for a full Rev Excel combo before Jay's really got in a good touch.
Boy.
But yeah, just going to be Rev blowing, not going for the full middle, but just going for the full volley kick, break into another one. Going to be using a different ignition gear you don't really see on the Hokutomaru, but still keeping up the offense, doing the 2C, doing another full volley combo. Shuriken going to go for the warp on the Rev Excel too, but what's the grab?
I don't know, man, but that's a very nice break for the kill. Jay takes that round, turns that around yet again. Another immaculate comeback, and now you're on set point. One more match to go. Well, round even. This is it. Right. Good check. Good Red Blow. Gotta keep that in mind. Hikari sitting on Red Blow instantly has SPG in the first portion of their health. You gotta get by that wall, and then you're good to go.
Trying to use the Shurikens too, trying to use the Rev Teleport. Couldn't really get what they wanted and has to eat the Shining Knuckle, especially with Hikari trying to jump in on you, but it's fine. You're keeping blocks, but you're getting hit on the low. You have SPG though. Gonna be able to get the grab. Might try to dash in off that, but just trying to mix it up with some jumps.
Oh! Aerial Red Blow is indeed safe. Not your turn though. Jay has to respect that. Nice! Popping them up in the sky. Good damage here indeed. Has the bar to work with. Neutral hop yet again. Good confirmed. Jay needed one more interaction, but not going to get it from a good short hop from Hikari. Read the pressure. Read what they were going to do. Well placed the short hop. Beautiful work.
Get ready.
Hikari keeping themselves alive against Jay. Jay trying to jump in though, just gonna get hit with a quick 2, and there we go. Gonna get the Shining Knuckle, already half off on Jay, but tries to go for the reversal, but it was called out. Again, when that's one of your most used ways to get out of the corner, you're gonna get called out for it, and Hikari's just gonna throw you down. They're taking that game.
I purely read the momentum there. Hasn't represented throw like at all, I believe, in the set. So when you read the mental stack there, go for the meaty throw. You know your opponent isn't ready for it. And Jay, bit of a back end there. We're tied up 1-1. You put a ton of effort into that last match. Hopefully your adrenaline isn't running out, bro. You got an infinite supply, but Hikari represents the throw. Let's do it again though.
Still keeping the corner, able to knock down Jay over and over, trying to go for a bit of a mix-up, gets called out for it though as we're going again for the full Dan, trying to get a little bit of Oki. Oh, there we go with DP, that's going to be huge!
Oh, for sure. Oh, what a delay, neutral up, very scary with that double jump. Aerial Shuriken gets it confirmed off the crouching seat, and Jay gonna be taking that round. They're on set point yet again. They've got a point on that board yet again. How does Hikari respond? Do they make the clutch comeback?
We already have Jay revving up at 63%, so this could be good, especially as we're putting our rev blow in there. But there we go, gets the Farsi combo into their ignition gear, trying to keep themselves in the air, able to get the connect off of the JB, but not getting much off of that though. Trying to cross up a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Good jump in. Shining Knuckle, full confirm. Ups to running, neutral up, yeah, again, those neutral ups doing God's work, my man. So well put. A super, putting them in the corner. Jay has a game-winning scenario. How will they use it? But they're getting checked again by the crouching B, Shining Knuckle. Now you need to beat Red Blow. That's the final Fred chip out situation for the Red Blow.
Can we get this here? Just needs one more, but gets hit by the air fireball, making this go to a last round situation. That was really close for Jay to come back in, but hey, they're already starting off strong, just trying to get in with that rev teleport. Like, can't get much more off of that for a hit confirm or a combo.
Honestly, aye. Good confirm here. Do keep in mind this is the double Luigi. Either man wins, and Jay needs to get in one more time, but he's check on the shins. Akari love kicking the shins. They're taking full advantage of that. Jay walks back too much and they're calling it out.
Absolutely. Trying to call them out, backing up themselves, trying to watch out for these shurikens. Knew the rev teleport was coming in, tries to go for a jump in, able to get it in with the rev excel. Yeah, it's not enough though. Wait, but this might be. No, it's not. Now that is
so unfortunate. That was just defend or die. Hakari presenting the option, and you weren't ready to just defend.
The speed of a ninja.
Meaning Jay has been knocked to loser side, but they are in top 8, so that is the positive. You're in the board. You've got a point, right? You're in there. You're represented, right? You put the Hokatamaru's even more in the top 5, so we got the replay systems. Look how snazzy this is then. My god, such a violent character. Those command grabs are so powerful in Rock's hands.
And of course, a powerful fighter too. I talked a little bit before on how Hikari is, again, the world champ of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and that's a fast-paced fighter. To Blue Tag Fighters are probably the fastest fighting genre in the scene. So that means, you know, going into something like Fatal Fury, they're gonna know how to play fast. They're gonna know how to mix up, because again, they're playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, one of the fastest games on the market. And even, you know, the new age tag fighters like 2XKO, they were literally here for Breakout, got second place. Pretty sure they were on the Darius and the Yasuo. So yeah, they can play fast.
Oh, didn't know that. That's very interesting indeed. The Dragon Ball FighterZ, I was kind of remembering all that, but 2XKO, I had no idea. And it's good to see how multifaceted they are with fighting games indeed. But they're going to be sitting in winners finals, nice and comfy, nice cushioning indeed. As they're essentially guaranteed top 3 now in the bracket. So the main goal, of course, is to defeat who is the victor of this set in winners finals. Guarantee yourself a first or second place, or hell, maybe even a first place. But our next set is going to be an absolute killer one. 2 well-known names within this community. Yurikov and Okatamaru, and Shadow X on the rock. Shadow X looking like the player to beat in any bracket. Just a godly rock. And my god, they've got the hit confirms. They got the combos. They got the damage. And they got smart defensive plays. Man will DP 3 times in a row if he believes that's the correct play. So I'm excited for this.
I'm excited too, especially since, again, both of these players have been grinding for the longest time. Shadow X, in terms of Breakout, City of the Wolves, first 2 weeks, week 0 and week 1, they've won both of those, so we already have a 2-time champion. I imagine Shadow X is trying to go for a full lockout with the 3rd, but also, if you want to support these players, just really quick, remember, !Maturino in the Twitch chat. You'd be able to go in there. We still have a lot of codes to claim. We got about 38 left, so you want to claim some codes, help support these players, and get that prize pool up. I do see, wait a minute, it did go up. I did see that. Thank you, Stars, for the $25 donation. Now it's going to be up to 28 on the dot, so if you want to make it a little higher, just go in there and claim your codes.
Yeah, do keep in mind that the payouts get crazier and crazier the higher it goes up. So if you're feeling generous as you're watching this bracket, do be sure to donate if you're feeling it. The end of this set, Yurikov on the left, Okatamaru up against Shadow X on the rock. Mexico versus USA. Oi! Good stuff here. Shadow X immediately gets the corner. Staggering away on the offense, looks for the air, jumps in, keep the pressure going with the jabs. Yurikov's defending well, not going to get caught.
Definitely going to be going for the 2B into the Kuhadan, trying to keep himself safe again. Tries to go for the far B, but getting hit for it with the command grab into so much Ignition Gear 2. Yurikov has to find a way out of this mess, and hey, going to be able to get a little bit.
Hey, rising tackle, bringing it down. Hey, the jab just to check you on the me. Shadow X up on the round. And you know what? This is one of the players to beat, right? Yurikov, don't get me wrong, immaculate player. But in my mind, Shadow X is the player to beat. He's the #1 contender. He is the MVP. So Yurikov, despite having quite the record, has to prove himself against this fella.
Even if they're both SNK, KOF is still different from Fatal Fury and how they play. So Shadow X is just taking advantage of that new system, especially trying to, there we go, gets a really strong opening on Yurikov, going to be sending them into the corner, getting another Ignition Gear, but SPG is active, going to be going for the Hishoken. Oh, but the Rev Blow!
And not represented by Yurikov either, wasn't ready to react on those block normals. A good super, they're still in SPG range. But the back throw takes you out. Very important back throw again indeed, because Rock's Rev Blow, scary to deal with, not an easy one.
Not at all, especially because, you know, again, they're jumping in with a 2B, going to be able to get another grab, maybe trying to go for some mix-ups with the double jump. It's a little bit stalled out.
Good jump ins. So the right side, Rev Blow represent from Yurikov, that's going to give them the round. So first match going down to a final round scenario, that'll probably dictate the rest of the set. We're already seeing it. It's one of the cooler ones that you'd want to watch. If you're on a replay channel, this is what you'd want to watch for sure. This is great.
Absolutely, especially because again, Yurikov already has Shadow X in the corner again. It's just trying to play a little bit of a stall game, just trying to say, hey, what am I going to do? Trying to mix up on you, trying to go for shurikens, trying to go see if they're going to jump, but getting hit.
Hey, hold on. Good damage indeed. Oh no, that's nasty. Yurikov bringing it, not Yurikov, Shadow X bringing it back. Oh, the dodge on the low, beautiful from Yurikov to tie up the health here. Can't knock him out of SPG, I believe. I think they're still gonna have a smidge. Oi.
Now you're not. No, Shadow X has got to find a way to get out of this bad situation. Wait a minute, they found it. Gonna go for the shiny knuckle.
Oh, good defense. Nobody wants to overextend. We're just seeing a ton of movement, and the only person poking is Yurikov with those crouching V's. Checking the shit. Oh! You're dead.
You know, that stuff, especially off of the shining knuckle, they were both just playing so patient, trying to see who's going to get hit first, and in the end, the command grab was just going to be coming out from Shadow X, taking that first game.
Yeah, from what I've heard, in KOF, Shadow X does have a Clark on his team. So, yeah, bro is used to grappling. You gotta be so careful. Oh, God.
Really going back and forth. There we go. Gets the Kuhadan right into the Rev version. Gonna be sending it with the shurikens. Just jumping over the Rev blow. Okay.
Nice. Backing up. Keeping it cool and calm. The ducks are waddling, not aware of the violence on screen. But Yurikov getting a nice confirm here. Rev is starting to build up. Need to clean more. Oh, what good jump in from Shadow X. Again, they need to tie up the health. The health deficit is way too high.
Trying to jump again. There we go. Going to be getting the 2B into the Hishoken. Going to be able to take the round for Yurikov, who really held it down there. And again, 2B. Always looking for those lows to open Shadow X. And then just 2B, far B, and it goes for the Kuhadan. That's right there.
Oh, God. Nice. Keeping it cool. Nobody wants to get caught, but again, the only person representing normals and projectiles is Yurikov right now. The only person responding is Shadow X, but what a run under. Gets them conditioned to deal with the shurikens in the air, and now Shadow X is the one in the background, having to hold the corner pressure, but challenges out.
Doesn't make their way in, gets hit by the Rev blow, and this could lead to a devastating combo coming out from Shadow X. Oh, watch this out! They go for the low dodge attack, which goes for the Rev Kuhadan. Going to get in, get a shuriken, going to get his Shoken. We got the corner now.
Jesus Christ. Oh, what a jump in. Done, 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 knockdown! That is a hard link, by the way. You have to do a delay on that power dunk-like move. That is quite mental. Now Shadow X only needs one more interaction, gets it with the jump in, and what a comeback for that scenario. Shadow X just locked in, one nasty confirm, and ran it from there. Now it's set point for the fella. Can he knock Yurikov into losers right here, right now?
We're about to find out, especially because they got a really strong opening. Gotta watch out for the Hishoken. Gonna get an invincible reversal, but can't throw or capitalize off of that. Wait a minute, gets the high dodge into the Rev. Kuhadan could be sending it forward again.
Up to the backup. Rimpukin. Shimpukin. Oh, the short hops are coming into play. Heavy kick. Great sweep on the landing, my lord.
Very good, but again, not able to get much off of that. Wait a minute. I'm a liar. I'm a liar.
Oy, that's some good damage, but unfortunately missed the grounded double Rimpukin. But does have the corner. Backs up. Jumps in. Command grab. You're dead. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god. What a shining knuckle after that command grab. Shadow X spreading the wings, getting the kill, and they're going to be continuing winners finals, where I believe that is a rock.
Sorry to say,
yeah, that's a rock mirror. It's going to be Shadow X versus Hikari, who again were both on the rock, so they're going to be both fighting each other. But that set was still so back and forth between those two, even if it went to that 2-0 situation. You know, we saw a lot of Yurikov coming in again, 2B, far B into the Kuhadan in order to get nice knockdowns, you know, maybe get their invincible reversal with the Hishoken. But so many times we just saw Shadow X wake up, get one hit, and after that, you know, as you said, that's a really hard, I think it's about to happen here, yeah, really hard Rev Excel combo to pop off, but Shadow X just kept pulling it off.
Aye, they linked it in, man. They linked it in so well, man. Looked for the opportunity, punched down, and just let for clean to, knocking Hokitamaru Yurikov into loser's side. I wouldn't say it's an upset. Again, Shadow X, man to beat at this bracket, but you certainly put in some good amount of work. Yeah, really hurt on me. I knocked off his peg a wee bit. But, dude, Shadow X is the man, right? He runs it. Is that a belly mirror in Losers Top 8?
Is it?
Okay, that's going to be exciting. That is going to be very exciting because, like you said, this is us, right?
Yes, this should be us bowing down for our time on the spotlight. So, yeah, I mean, we've had a really good time watching a lot of these matches. I already see it down there. It is. It is going to be a billing mirror. So, yeah, that's going to be a fun match to watch. But both of us will be watching it from the sidelines. But before we sign off and we sign it over to two other beautiful casters, where can people find you, Panda?
Just watch my boys call me stupid and goated. That's great. Nah, but yeah, you can follow me on the Twitter there, of course. Either of these, honestly. I like to do a ton of commentary. I'm doing commentary tomorrow for Paragon Online. So, you know, it's been commentary every day, I believe, so far, if I'm not wrong. Doing a ton of Strive, doing a ton of Street Fighter, this game, Fatal Fury, and I'm looking forward to get back into Tekken 8 next week. So, yeah, if you guys enjoy the commentary for me, that's where you can find me. And, of course, NM, where they can find you, my fella. Please tell me.
Of course, you can find me down there over on Twitter and Twitch at Ninstar123, and you can also find me on YouTube at Ninstar236. Pretty much posting whatever I'm doing. Commentary, of course, that's the main thing, but also just little things like what I'm playing, how I'm doing in local, stuff like that. Pretty much just a little thought bubble place. But yeah, with that, that is going to be it from us. Of course, stick around. We still have the rest of top 8 to go for week 2 for City of the Wolves. So stay tuned. But with that, that's me and Panda signing off. You all have a great night.
For the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa, they ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please, walk my sycamore.
Yeah, ain't no challenge for champions, unchained, no fear. Yep, the champ is here. Switch gears, we keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat, and tears, and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. 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 I know it's lonely at the top, but that's not by speculation. But the position that I got, I climb too high to fall, way too hard to drop. Stop clocks on the speed bag. Every yell under pressure, no jet lag. This is greater than trophies and saluted flags. Titles are paid, the cost is paid. Yay, I carried the cross I made. Deal with the dealer. Baby, the hand was played. New level, next stage. Learn to lead as a legend. Now tell me what's my next stage. Yay. I said the champ is here, switch gears. We keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat, and tears, and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. 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 And today, we break through.
And it don't make sense. How you living it like that? And you just gotta progress. Is it snowing outside? You just tryna be a flake. Damn, yeah, okay, let's go. Said you need a little help, yeah, I think that is evident. If you think that's easy, then it says a lot about you. When you feel a little slumpy, that's a part of reality. You better gotta let it go before you do something. If I leave it, then I go. You just think it, but I know. Make it blow as I go, cause yeah. If I leave it, then I go. You just think it, but I know. Make it blow as I go, cause yeah, that's how I roll, yeah, that's how I go, yeah, that's how I roll, yeah. If I leave it, then I go. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe. Soon as we step out the cage, we raising all of the stakes. Make no mistake, either you stay in your place or we putting you on a plate. Look at our face, we put the fear in the dirt. We had to struggle for change, pick up the pace. We put in infinite work, that's why we stay getting paid. Y'all running late, we moving on to the next. You still been stuck in the phase, there's no debate. We draw the line in the sand, we say it straight to your face. They underrate, till we put the team on our back. We took the city to state, what it's gonna take. Another S on our chest, another beat in the
grain. We innovate, we always switching it up. They can't predict what we say. Come out the cave, they see the blood on our shirt. They see the teeth in the veins. They watching tape, still trying to figure us out. They think we came here to play. They sending snakes, they trying to give us a curse. They want us taking a bait, but that's okay. We keep on dodging the bull. We keep on saying Olay, blocking the way, thinking we flipping reverse, but we keep rushing the gate, stopping the rain. We know they sit on the throne. It's looking easy to take. We not afraid. We put the fear in their bones. Ain't no more running away. They trying to trace. They trying to follow our steps. They trying to copy the wave. Boy, that's so lame. That's why they keep getting curved. You gotta stay in your lane. They wanna claim that we not giving them work. Like this is minimum wage. Boys, you crazy. Why you keep feeding the beast? Now that you open the cage, nobody's safe.
Come, you're messing with a star. 1, 2, 3. Nobody safe. Yeah, yeah. Nobody safe.
No, I do this for my folks, for my mama and my pops. I don't care if you the cops, anybody could get boxed. If you aim it for my head, then you better take your shot. If you miss, then this fist gon' be cleansing your clock. I don't care if you the press or the feds or an op. If I stretch out these hands, then prepare to get rocked. If your friends said that you had a chance, understand that they probably was meant for your friends. They my fans. Jumped in the ring and I started swinging. Came from the jungles of drunken demons, fighting them off in the Coliseum. Studied and learned how to target weakness. That's why your team will do better beefing with someone else who was probably vegan. Touch me and lose every single finger. Touch me and watch how I turn the scene to
massacre. As soon as you have the nerve to try to step to me, I will snatch your turf. And matter of fact, scratch that, I will snatch your earth. You tried to breathe to see how the asthma works. We don't compete, I'm not in a class with earth. My boys are down the ball if I say the word. The team is down the hall if I call the third. What's happening, best believe that a massacre.
In trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. I got it for real. Still keep me going. I wake up and hustle. You won't see me buckle. I've been in the field, man of the town. You been in your fields. I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty. Either that or your tragedy. We shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents. This mine. The moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some. The skill is by one. Y'all done. The game in the coffin. Referee screen rest in peace. And think twice if you next to me. It's West. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies. I'm good with addition, I spit like a pastor. I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific. That's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a light.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Breakout Esports and our Fatal Fury City of the Wolves #2 bracket. And on this lovely Monday night, I am Tomadoc, and joining me tonight will be Non-Factor. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good to go. I'm locked and loaded, feeling good. It's starting the week off right with some Breakout Series City of the Wolves, Toma.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be gonna be a great night right now. I know what we got coming in. You see the top 8 right there. Actually, this is kind of a little bit more of an expanded top 8, but we know that Hikari and Shadow already are in the winners side of winners finals. But we got Ryuki and Hyde coming up next in the first round of losers top 8. So we're gonna be looking forward to that. And like, we're only on week 2 of this game, so the metas are going to be a little bit different. And I know we had a great job with NM and Patriarch Panda, holding the fort down during the pool side. But like, what are you looking forward to tonight, man?
I'm looking forward just to see some tech that's developing. We're seeing the meta just kind of shift overall, even though it's been a couple of weeks so far. Characters are kind of moving up and down the tier list. The top 3 are kind of still hanging on and, being what they are. But I'm interested to see the new tricks and how defense develops, because offense is usually the first thing that comes through in a brand new game like this. So I really want to see the defensive options come into play here.
Yeah, I was going to say the top 3 right now, like in tier lists and everything like that, which are like, you have a tier list already on like week 2. I know it would be kind Hotaru and Hokenmaru or Hoku, I would call them.
Yeah.
Those would probably be your top 3. I've been more learning like your Preacha and Gato. Gato is like a really great rushdown character that I've been working on a little bit. Just sort of that like nice striker rushdown. Like I just love those type of combos and just kind of learning those up as we go along here. Who are you been like looking into and maining right now?
Well, for those who know me, I usually play the sillier characters. I'm a lifelong Blanca main and Blanca supporter, so you can kind of guess that I'm a Salvatore player. At the end of the day, I see someone doing funny and serious things, and he just happens to be good.
Yeah, actually, for this one, I actually do like him because I'm actually one of the few people that knew of him before this game, because like he was basically the Mr. Bean of Euro trance. So like that's how it kind of goes. But now we're gonna get Ryuki and Hyde coming up in this match. I barely quickly saw, like I didn't know who it was. I think I saw Terry and Rock. It was Terry and Rock. So we're gonna see losers round 1. Here we go.
Getting things started early with the air fireball. That's one of the peskier things that Rock has in this game that just kind of grinds my gears, especially when the life's getting low. They do a good job of keeping you out right here. But immediately starting the rush down, getting some big damage early against Hyde.
Oh, yeah. And right now, Hyde's just sort of like hanging back. Uses a Shippuden going in there. Oh, wow. Gets a little baby combo in there. Oh, nice. There should have been a punish right on there. And that is it by Hyde. He punches that DP and is taking it a lot, bringing Ryuki down on life.
That's a big rev blow, too, to get himself out of a bad situation. Barely has the SPG on stock, but getting the most out of it. There's some more of that air fireball, trying to get some spacing, but Hyde sticking to him like glue.
Yeah, but like meter management is kind of a big deal here, and we got Ryuki in overheat, and Hyde takes advantage and gets that first round.
Yeah, it's one thing about both of these characters for being like, the Shoto likes of the game is they do really put out a lot of damage, and I've been seeing it from a lot of Rock clips on Twitter, and same thing with Terry, is they're able to get the party started just off of standing 2A. These lights going low or high, able to get a lot off of it.
Oh man, and here, speaking of that, Hyde's coming in with the damage already more than half life down, but like nice comeback up. Nice steal turning back by Ryuki, and now he's putting on the damage onto Hyde, and now ties it up in life.
Yeah, that red blow once again coming in clutch here, trying to do a little bit of a chip damage to get Hyde out of his SPG. Let's see if they can make anything happen with it. 3-hit combo coming right back in with the standing 5D and finishing it off with the crack shoot. Hyde taking the first game here.
Taking that first game. It was a lot of like, I noticed there was Ryuki was going into overheat a little bit there. I'm not sure if that was like part of the strategy, if he was just like overusing some of his moves to get that meter up. That seems like that was kind of got him to lose those rounds.
Yeah, it's one thing early on in this game. I see players not mind being in overheat too much. It's very rare occasions where you kind of see it bite them in the butt later on. So they just kind of get that damage early and then control the spacing from there.
Yeah, I guess I usually see that when their SPGs in the first part of their life bar when they go into overheat, but then after that it's like, they have time to mess with it a little bit. So like usually when they go into overheat, it's like really early in the match. And my God, Hyde is just taking Ryuki for a ride here. Is this gonna kill? Oh,
does have a bar, not able to cash out at the end of that, but one more 5A is gonna finish the job, and Hyde trying to make it a quick 2-0 right now.
Yeah, well, Ryuki needs to have sort of an answer response here because I don't believe he's actually even won a round yet in this match. Well, nice little reversal there by Ryuki. Ryuki's trying to push in here and see how he kind of reacts to Hyde.
Yeah, right now it seems like Ryuki is just trying to play a game of cat and mouse here, throwing the air fireball a lot, trying to stick and move, get his hits, and then go back to full screen. But as you can see, Hyde is just continuing to put on the pressure consistently.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like all you see is Ryuki trying to find his spot to open him up, and now he is got a little bit of opening, gets the little crouching light in, and is he able to close this out?
Yeah, continuously looking for that rev blow, not the worst option in the world when Hyde has such little health, and Ryuki finally getting themselves around there, able to control neutral a lot better and really get their damage in when they had the opportunities to do so.
Very much so. So we're going to a final round in game 2 here. This is a survival point for Ryuki, but set point for Hyde.
Catching neutral air to air there. Hyde is sitting on, that loaded gun with all that super gauge down there, getting a light confirm. Ryuki now in SPG, see if they can bust out with that red blow again, or if they're even going to have a chance. Can Hyde is going to cash things out with the power geyser, taking him right out of SPG.
But here comes Ryuki going in with that level 1. Or no. And now he's trying to rush in, trying to just get in there.
Yeah, just had a big life deficit here, just kind of running out of options to get in, trying to get the party started with the air fireball and dash right behind it, but it's not working out. And Hyde continuously hunting for that rev blow. It's not going to matter. The air to air will finish it out. And Hyde with a 2-0 over Ryuki here in losers top 8.
You gotta learn to chill out.
That was really good. Sorry, I was like coughing up a storm over on the other side. So.
Keep it together. But that was good stuff that we saw from Hyde, just really showing the power of the Shoto likes in this game and their ability to rush out, not really having to play that stick and move that we saw from the other side with Ryuki, but just able to just white on rice the entire time consistently in the offense and not being afraid to just really throw that red blow out there.
But I mean, it is even though Ryuki did lose out on that, he does get a top 8. Like he gets 7th place out of this. So I mean, it's nothing to scoff at this. I think we have 45 people in this bracket. So it was actually a very, very, it's a very good showing. Anytime you make any top 8, let alone in Breakout, which is a really good, usually have really good numbers in these brackets. Like that's a good showing.
Yeah, especially the names that make the top 8s around here. You see Yurikov and Shadow X, Hikari. The heavy hitters come out to play when it comes to the Breakout series. But if we head over to the replay desk, you're going to see a lot of that damage we were talking about earlier. It just seemed like, as Terry, you're able just to get so much off of so little. We saw consistently in overheat over and over, but it really wasn't a factor with the amount of pressure they're consistently putting on.
Yeah, no, I like the person that was actually in overheat that was getting at a disadvantage was Ryuki, and it was just at the minute that I just got that one opening to get that first target combo in, and then started just extending those combos. It was just over for him in those rounds. Anyway, so Hyde moves on into losers quarterfinals, and I'm not sure who he's going to face, but right now we have Pilch versus EP Girl Wakey World. Long name.
That is one of the tags of all time. I enjoy it. And right now we're going to see a couple of poking characters. It's going to be the mirror match of Billy Kane right now. This is something I haven't seen yet, so it's going to be interesting to see the way they handle neutral.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like, let's just extend hitboxes.
Get ready.
like two Dulcims going at it.
Exactly.
Speaking of pokes. Oh my god. All right, so we got Pilch and EP kind of going at it here. Oh man, I don't even know what's going on with these pokes, because it's just too much right now, because I don't normally see Billy Kane's at this level, to be honest with you, at least with my experience in this game.
Yeah, it's one of the tricky things about a high-level Billy Kane is they're able to cash out a lot of damage from such a peculiar range on screen, as we can continuously see here from EP Girl. Nice little block super there from the side of Pilch might have enough to go ahead and close things out, cashing out the super all the way, and that will kill. Yeah, that's what we were saying about Billy Kane, is they're able to just convert a lot from full screen to something we saw back in the day in the original Fate of Fury, and it still stands true here in City of the Wolves.
I was gonna say, it was like the fact that he's this like zoner-y type of character. It's just such a long poking. It's not your traditional zoner where you're using fireball. It's those long pokes, and those pokes are almost like pick confirm. You can like pick confirm into like full combos. And that's the part that is kind of scary about Billy Kane, at least to me, except with the exception of the whiff. Big hitbox, man.
Yeah, and that's one of the more interesting things. We saw Pilch put their SPG right in the front, and I wonder if that's just a countermeasure in a poker versus poker kind of matchup here to try to go ahead and get some punishes in early. Right now, EP Girl, Wiki World, a little worse for their wearers on the life, but they're going to cash out some big damage here.
Oh yeah, they're in an SPG right now, trying to cash out everything there. Gonna spend the level 1. There. Oh man, all that combo damage right there, and EP takes that round and game.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like either of them lost control of neutral. At least it's hard to tell with just how much the sticks are flying around there. But EP Girl Wiki World, you can tell has been labbing her combos because that was more damage than I think I've seen a Billy Kane do so far.
I was gonna say that was like 70% damage right there. I was just like looking at the bar. I was like, wait, that's still red. That is still going. This is just kind of crazy. So yeah, EP has been in that lab studying and trying things out, and it's working out for her tonight. And as you can see, already deleted 3/4 of the life on Pilch.
That's a big wild punish from the side of Pilch. Does have some super on deck. Revving up their meter, though. Got to be careful about going into overheat. SPG online for EP Girl Wakey World. See if they choose to bust out at some point. But the pokes continuously coming in. The 2B is going to find its home in the conversion afterwards. EP Girl Wakey World showing they have the confirms on deck, Toma.
Yeah, they have definitely. Well, she's not EP. She's Wakey right now. That's definitely for sure, because like she is just showing off all the combos, blocking a lot of these attacks by Pilch and punishing them properly. Yeah, well, and then Pilch was able to catch EP in the air.
Yeah, without a DP, that's going to be Billy's one wake-up option, is to go ahead and spend that meter to try to get themselves out of a bad situation. But EP Girl, Wakey World wants to leave nothing to question. One more mix-up away from closing things out. Hits the skies, but a punish from Pilch. See if they can make anything happen with it.
Gonna get into the here. No, we're not. Let's see how Pilch is able to capitalize on it, pushes EP into the corner, but is not enough. EP was able to get that with the last poke and takes the sets. Wow, that was actually a really quick match, actually. Even though it seemed like it was like back and forth, it just seemed like EP just took every single round. Yeah. And wow, that was usually Billy Kane is not that quick, but this was crazy for me right now. Like I said, this is sort of a treat. It was kind of entertaining to watch.
Yeah, EP Girl just busting out the Twitter clips here, going super into super, just eliminating the life bar of Pilch just time and time again. You see confirmed there off of the 2B, just able to make the most out of straight hits. And I think that's what really put EP Girl over. They just seemed a little more comfortable with the character and able to get the conversions for their damage. Because like we were talking about earlier, that might be the most damage I've seen Billy Kane do in a combo so far.
Yeah, some of those combo routes were just like insane. Like, I mean, when you're starting to see like more than 50% damage in this game, it's actually like, that's a pretty decent damage combo. That's above average, and that life bar was like getting deleted, and I just didn't know what to do. Again, I don't really see Billy Kane, and like chat can help me, and actually Non-Factor, you're carrying me right now in this whole thing, because it's like this is not my main game, but this is one of the games that I've been trying to learn in this whole thing, and it's only week 2, and there are people that put in so much time in it, and I'm just appreciative of that.
Yeah, it's one of those games, and it's the best kind of fighting game where it's so simple to like pick up and play and just press a couple of buttons and see some cool things happen. You get a break here and there, you learn how to use feints, but there's just so many layers to the mechanics in this game and different ways you can kind of optimize your combo routes, like we were seeing from EP Girl right there. That it just seems like there's so much to uncover, and like you said, it's only week 2, so who knows what we're going to be seeing weeks and months from now. I think one of the X factors of the last match we just watched was that Pilch was putting their SPG right in the front, and EP Girl was able to cash out big damage and remove that element early. So it's going to be cool to see how the meta evolves around where you put your SPG for certain matchups.
And that's what I was kind of trying to figure out. It's because like to me, SPG is like it's sort of like your I need to go full on when you have that in. It's like, where do you want to put that? And right now, a lot of the times where I've been seeing it, unless they're a character specialist for that certain character, it's mostly been in the middle, which to me makes the most sense, because it's like unless you really like playing like that, going all out at the end of the match when you're like really low on life, that almost sounds like a little bit too predictable. And then if you put it too far in the beginning, it's almost like, well, if you lose it, then you can't do any off. Where do you think it is? As we have Jay and Hyde coming up. I think it's Jay and Hyde.
Yeah, I seen the Terry, not sure if it's Hyde, but either way, let's see if whoever Terry it is we see just go ahead and put the pressure on immediately as we saw last time. Jay with the Hokosu Maru, one of those characters right now that's just kind of the bane of everyone's existence, a do-it-all character that's kind of in the consensus top 3, has a lot of tricks and one of the better rev blows in the game, so it's going to be nice to see how Jay optimizes those options.
Oh, and they're... Well, Jay is trying to get out of the corner there, uses the double jump to kind of get... Oh, wow. Throw Hyde off a little bit and gets into the attack. That is so confusing right now when I watch like a Hoku player play with that double jump. It's so unpredictable, and they come in with such different angles. You just don't know what to do. Like, if you want to try to anti-air, it's almost like he just comes in differently, and it just messes you up.
Yeah, even the universal anti-air just doesn't catch him sometimes. It's definitely one of the trickier parts. It's kind of putting him up in the tier list. Right now, Jay, Red Blow online. Let's see if they get anything going with a nice little standing 2A, or excuse me, 5A from Hyde.
Ooh. Let's see, like Jay's trying to zone out and uses the teleport to get in on Hyde. But here comes Hyde, was able to punish, get in the target combo, and finish off the round.
Yeah, I like the idea from Jay there to just throw the shuriken and try to put Hyde into overheat and try to make something happen off of that. Hyde ready for it, though. As we see another player, though, who's putting the SPG right in the front, looking for that rev blow early, as we just saw. See, that becomes a factor later on in this match.
We'll see how it kind of keeps going right now, but looks like we're just sort of trying to figure out who's going to get an opening right now. And Hyde was trying to put some pressure, but Jay was able to get out of it with that neutral jump and got out of the corner again, but didn't matter. Hyde is coming in with those combos.
Yeah, big time damage. A neutral jump there from Jay gets themselves a grab. SPG almost online. They can start cooking. Looks for a big sub with a low, but it's going to be a nice little counter from the side of Hyde. One more guess might do it. Busting out with the rev blow. One more guess. What's it going to be?
Oh, and there it is. Like, Hyde was able to interrupt and take that round right there and gets that first game. Losers quarterfinal is still 1-2. So we'll see how Jay responds.
Yeah, it's a great reaction there from the side of Hyde. It's almost like DI in Street Fighter 6. You got to be ready for the reaction, get a big-time punish. And speaking of big-time punishes, just a 3-hit combo right there is going to do a massive ton of damage for Hyde. Great air-to-air, and they're continuing to put on the pressure like we saw them in their last match on stream. Just really putting their opponent in an uncomfortable spot in the corner. And stop me if you heard this before, but that's Terry cashing out big damage.
That is Terry cashing out damage. It felt like he was just on plus frames. Not that I know any frame data on this, but it just felt like Jay could not press buttons. He was just holding it right there and held it right there again and was taken out in that round. Hyde is on set point here. Jay needs to do something if he wants to stay alive in this match.
Big burn muckle there, pushing out some more damage with the super. It's one thing having that SPG early when you're playing this snowball playstyle like Hyde. The red blow's coming in clutch. As you saw, he just kind of ran away with that last round. Now out of SPG, but a nice anti-air on point from the side of Jay, and you're going to go right back to the corner.
And here comes Jay trying to get back in that corner. Oh no, but now Hyde is able to push him back. Oh man, it's back and forth right now. And Jay is trying to sort of reset himself. Nice little air projectiles to stop a little bit of Hyde with a throw, and oh man, here comes the confirms by Hyde.
Yeah, the light confirm, putting Jay in one hit away, looking for the chip damage there off of the crack shoot. Jay has one more guess, see if they start throwing out the fireballs, but they end up sitting on a power wave, and Hyde is going to take a 2-0 over Jay here in losers quarters.
Oh man, that was a quick 2-0 by Hyde. Just kept putting that pressure, especially in that round one of game 2. It seemed like it was just plus frames on plus frames in the corner for Hyde, and just Jay just could not do anything. When I just saw someone just sitting there in the corner, just like holding it, you're like, oh god, how do you get out? And I didn't even know if he could even rev blow or something. It was this interaction right here. It just kept going. Didn't know. Yeah,
it's one of the things we were talking about where defense develops so much later in the game that you kind of just seen Hyde just get away with things that, some people know, oh, that's not real, that this isn't real. But good job just testing the knowledge there from Hyde. And that's going to move him forward in the top 8 of Breakout Series week number 2 for City of the Wolves. Toma, the action has been kind of themed right now. It's been forgive me, but balls to the wall offense right now. Just really testing the knowledge of your opponent.
We did not pay $60 to block. Like, at least that's how much it costs in the U.S. If you got it in any other country, whatever the price is, full price for this game, they did not pay to block. Like, they're just going off. Like, I didn't even see any rev cancels or anything like that. It's just straight up like full-fledged offense on everything. All the matches that we got were all 2-0s. They were all really quick 2-0s. If the person that ended up was losing in that set, they probably only got maybe a round, if that. Like, there were a lot of 4-0 like round like sets, like 4-0 in rounds. This was just kind of crazy. Like, the biggest one for me, the big highlight for me is EP. Like, EP Girl Wiki World. Like, that was just the Billy Kane mirror was already amazing for me, but like the combo damage, like what out of the matches that we've seen so far, like which one's like a little bit memorable with some of this like high octane offenses?
Yeah, like you were saying, it's just hard not to say EP because she was doing such a good job of mixing her options. When she had her opponent in the corner, we saw a couple of universal overheads and a lot of converting on certain things. I think light confirms are going to be really important in this game as it goes forward. As a lot of SNK games kind of end up being, you really want to confirm off of those A's and those B's and then really throw in your super to get that damage because you kind of want to keep your opponent either in overheat or out of their SPG. And if we've seen people put their SPG in the front of their health bar, like we've seen a couple of times already, it's going to be important to cash out early off of any confirm you can get.
That's definitely what Hyde was doing in that last round or that last match. He was just trying to cash it out and he was just going all out. Like, he wanted to end that round in like 15 seconds. Like, he was just going all out, and when he couldn't, he held it a little bit and still found an opening, but it was almost like it got Jay at such a life disadvantage because by the time he was able to get back, he had like 25% health. But right now, it looks like we're going to have Yurikov, little pride of New York right over there. I saw him over at DIY this weekend. Had a pretty good standing. And Billy Kane, EP Girl, Wakey Girl.
All right, let's see how EP Girl handles a non-mirror match this time. Once again, getting that light confirm we were talking about earlier, that 2B has just been paying off dividends for EP this entire bracket so far, able to convert a lot of all of it. See if Yurikov can get their offense going, but they're going to be going right back to the corner here.
Oh, yeah, and right now, like, EP's trying to keep up that pressure, but, like, was able to get out of there, Yurikov. Yurikov is now scurrying up and trying to keep the pressure now on EP Girl. And, EP was able to get out of that corner pretty well. And nice little dive kick by Yurikov to get there, but it's not really doing anything. Like, the defense by EP has actually been doing really well. He's not able to get any damage, and look at that cash out by EP to get this.
Yeah, the defense and then the anti-airs have just been on point so far for EP. Right now, Yurikov, one guess left, continuing to pester with that 2B and just sticking to the string and ended up getting a hit off of that. And EP Girl Wakey World just showing the power of Billy Kane right now. Not a character that's really beloved in the early tier list, but I might have to change mine around after seeing the way EP's navigating this character.
I was going to say, it was like, well, one, I mean, if you were watching any of those tier lists right now, Billy was like on the lower end of those tier lists. Like, again, how dependable are those tier lists at this time in week 2? Oh my god, jeez, like EP is already brought Yurikov all the way down to the half life bar right now. But now here comes Yurikov. He's actually trying to keep up with the pressure, getting them jumps out, gets the back throw to sort of reset, and here he comes, trying to cash it out.
Yeah, tricky little mix up there. Now EP Girl just one hit away from peril. Charging in, Adams spending the meter, but oh, you got to remember the throw part of that super catches him in the air. And now Yurikov getting their life meter just decimated right now. Super still on deck for EP Girl Wakey World. See if they cash out here, but the reset low once again with the 2B continuing to find a home. EP Girl Wakey World on an absolute tear, up 1-0 on Yurikov.
Oh man, it was like Yurikov only had to get that one little hit, last hit in, and then just had that one mistake, one miss, and EP took it out and just optimized everything to get that round and get that first game. And now Yurikov is trying to come back and trying to respond, trying to keep EP kept in the corner. Wow. Oh my God. All right. Well, I guess Yurikov heard us talking about EP because now he's trying to show off about his damage numbers here.
Getting a lot of mileage off of that jump seat in the corner, keeping their mix-ups on point, but we saw this movie before. Once EP Girl turns the table, she's able to put out a lot of damage. Once again, pestering with that 2B. Stop me if you heard it before. A free jump out there to the side of Yurikov, but they get the throw to close it out. Yurikov putting themselves on the board.
Oh, man. This is actually a pretty close match right now. I know it's Yurikov's first round in game 2, but like at least feels like it's a little bit back and forth right as we kind of go into round 2 of game 2. Oh, and here EP was able to confirm into that. And now, trying to keep more and... Oh, man. Non-factor, what do you think is going to happen here?
I mean, it's just all about Yurikov just trying to make the most out of being in SPG right now. Cashing out the hidden gear right there to get as much damage as they can in, but EP Girl's going to be right back in SPG, so let's see if it comes down to reaction, but Yurikov is getting their mobility options down. They're coming in with that jump ski, but this time the anti-air super from EP Girl, Wakey Roller, she takes a commanding lead on the health here.
Oh, man, and now you got Yurikov trying to hold it, just trying to see if he can get an opening, trying to get in, and gets in here, gets it a little bit confirmed, gets in a little bit of combo, rushing, crosses EP up a little bit, gets a little bit more damage on his... Oh, my God, this is a pretty long combo.
Yeah, spending all the meter there, just one hit away. Look for the throw. Great tech from the side of EP Girl, but we've seen her make these comebacks before. That's another 2B finding its home. Time to guess for game for both players. Gets the throw, and that'll be all she wrote. Now tied 1 round apiece here in game number 2.
Oh, man. Set point for EP. Survival point for Yurikov. Let's see how this will end up. Oh, neutral jump did not work out for Yurikov there, and EP was able to take advantage. Gets a little bit anti-air move there, and now still with more of the pressure on Yurikov.
Yeah, we're seeing EP kind of preemptively throw out the anti-airs and the air-to-airs there to shut down the mobility options of Yurikov on the Hokoto Maru. A nice anti-air super there. They have a chance to turn the tables. More jump C coming out, and EP Girl Wake Your World right in SPG now.
Oh, man. And now here comes Yurikov, is trying to get more of that damage in. Oh, gets the back throw, switches sides. Wow, really just going around with the different hops and jumps here just to throw EP Girl Wakey World off. And this could do it. This could give him the round. Oh, nice. It's a throw tech in there, and Yurikov is now kind of holding it there. Oh, no. Is this... What's going to happen here?
Yeah, just getting completely opened up now that they're in over. He not able to block all of that. Looking for another cross-up attempt, but another tech from the side of EP Girl. And another poke is going to spell disaster. EP Girl Wakey World continues to pull rabbits out of her hat and steal round after round. And she's going to be taking it 2-0 in losers quarters over Yurikov.
I have no idea what is going on. I was so like, I was holding my breath. You probably saw me in the director's feed. I'm just like holding my breath with my mouth open the whole time because I was just like, this is just crazy. These matches, this was like the closest match that we've had. Yes, it was another 2-0 by EP. Fine, I get it. But those last 3 rounds in game 2, all of game 2 rounds were super close. EP was stealing rounds with only like 2 pixels left of health. This is just a crazy display of, I don't know if it's an all out when you're down, when you have like no life left, or you're just, I don't know, like you're just confirming at the right times. Like, what do you think?
I'm not sure if it's a symptom of a lot of people waiting to see the short hop as the offensive option when they're going for their Oki in the corner, but she just continuously found the crouching light kick. The 2B just kept finding its home over and over and over. And even if she only got a 3-piece off of it, she was able to get enough damage and set herself up for another guess. And you constantly want to put your opponent in that slot machine in fighting games these days.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to an old school guy. Like I was like, the reason why I'm commentating in this and really learning the game is like I came from Mark of the Wolves. Like I still remember when that thing was in the arcades. So like I'm playing that type of stuff. So some of these like newer mechanics, like the rev system in itself is already like, I don't want to say it's complicated. It's like a nice new system. It's a lot better than Drive Rush, the drive system in Street Fighter. Sorry. Because I don't know, you still are playing true to like, there's not too many steal of turns outside of Rev Blow, like with the armor moves, but it's just the hopping. I keep forgetting that the hops are so key in these SNK games. Like it's even, I don't know, I'm just seeing it a little bit way more, how do I say it? Like used. That's like the worst. That's like, but it's utilized more here than than in like KOF, like that I'm used to seeing right now.
Right.
At least for me, like when I watch KOF.
And it might just be an early thing. Like I said, a lot of players are kind of opening their offense with it over and over. So that might be something that kind of goes away after a while. But it's to put it in layman's terms, it's highly abusable right now.
All right, and looks like we're gonna go to. I think we're going straight to winners final now. I think I saw it was Hikari and Shadow X.
Yeah, it is a double rock, so I believe it is going to be Hikari and Shadow X. Got to be careful which rock we're talking about here. Both of them.
Oh my God,
some blue with a little bit of white on the jacket.
All right, chat. Sorry if we get confused on I already lost out who's who. I got to look at the life parts. Okay, it looks like it's Shadow X that is taking control. Oh my God, and pushing Hikari and then have to cross up, and now I'm confused again.
That's one thing I like seeing early from Hikari is using that rev guard. We haven't seen it too much in this top 8. Trying to throw it out there to make sure they get a little bit of separation. It's when you do get that push block a little bit with the rev guard. I like the option to stop the offense there. Massive close C there to get the party started cashing out with the super Shadow X and SPG.
Oh, and oh wow, and Shadow X was able just to. I guess it was like sort of like a kind of a neutral jump with punish there. It was kind of weird how that interaction went there, but he was able to take it out. Shadow X goes up. That's first blood in this winners final, and this is first to 3, I believe, right? Correct? It's first to 3 since this winners final, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And these players right now just kind of putting the mechanics on full display. We saw a couple of air JDs there. We're seeing these breaks, these feints right now. So there's really mixing the options of that the system gives them to the fullest extent. And that's the reason why they're in winners finals right now, continuing to get these confirms off of these lights.
Yeah, I just wish that the game actually kind of gave it to the spectators to not give them similar colors, because I'm still confused on who's who. But it looks like Hikari is at least. Oh wow. I was going to say Hikari was taking control there, and he does have the life lead here, but Shadow X is now kind of coming back and keeping Hikari in the corner. There was a rev guard there by Hikari to try to stop that pressure, and no, Shadow X is able to close it all out, cash it out, and gets that first game.
Yeah, continuously just opening their opponents up with a low like we saw from EP Girl. I guess it becomes a theme, a lot of those short hops are the opening pressure, and they're just able to convert with those lights in the corner here. But Hikari playing their defense well, being able to go ahead and fend off a lot of this pressure from Shadow X early.
Yes, it is. This is true. This is a true mirror match, stars. Like it definitely it is. And as we're kind of looking at, like, Hikari looks like, oh, Hikari just takes him out right there. And like, here comes Shadow X. Oh,
yeah, big react to the rev blow there. That's massive damage. Does have the super on deck to cash out, and they're not gonna need it. Following all the way through in their combo, putting themselves on the board.
Most confusing mirror match ever. Sorry. I see that. It's just it's so hard when you're colorblind.
Cashing out with the super there is Hikari. Shadow X works for their wares in the corner. Pressure coming in, neutral jump to try to get themselves some space here, keeping the options open. Short hop there, counter hit, not confirming off of it though. One more guess is gonna do it, but here comes Shadow X back on the attack.
Oh man, and now we got, see how Shadow X is able to get, oh no, Hikari's trying to play it out. Hikari has such a huge life lead. Oh no, here comes Shadow X trying to come back with that. Trying to get more of the combos in, putting more pressure on to Hikari.
Hikari once again with that rev guard getting...
But no, Hikari was able to fully close it out.
Yeah, just great stuff. They're able to confirm off the lights and everything. And we brought it up a couple of times before, just using that rev guard, which we haven't seen too much, to get themselves some space and give themselves some more defensive options with that space.
Fair enough. Ooh, and now here comes Shadow X. Shadow X is trying to... Oh man, wow, he is just commanding that. Did he get mad or something? Jeez, he's like all that.
He gave his controller to his big brother.
I know. But you're just kind of waiting out, trying to see who's gonna bite first. And well, Shadow X is eating a lot of that damage from Hikari.
Big time damage breaking into the super there. What's going to be the guess? Looks for the command grab, doesn't find its home. The neutral jump lands for Shadow X, but doesn't get anything off of it. Hikari's going to take advantage. Now an overheat gets back thrown into the corner. Time to guess for your life. Looks for the DP, but it's going to spell disaster, and Shadow X will take full advantage of that. Try to put themselves up 2-1.
Get ready.
Shadow X, that's first round there in game 3. some little hops in there. Oh, but like Hikari was able to sort of get a little mini combo in to get some damage.
It's one thing I'm seeing from Rock early. They're able to get a lot of corner carry off of their light confirms. You know, a lot of screen control, able to go ahead and get the rush down started off of just light confirms.
Yeah. And we're just sort of playing. We're almost kind of playing the footsies game right now, just trying to see with a little bit of that dashes up. As we got Shadow X actually trying to jump in, hop in right there, but here comes Hikari trying to stop that pressure. It's actually like the first time the match has slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, it's one thing is that rev guard or that rev gauge is coming up a little bit. Hikari pumping the brakes just a tiny bit. Shadow X and SPG, you got to be wary of committing to your strings with that on deck. They're going to catch out some damage, drops the combo, but they do have full super on deck. Gets the command throw, gets the bounce, and that should be able to close out game number 3. Shadow X putting themselves up 2-1 on Hikari in winners finals.
Wow, that was.
Rock wins.
I don't really know what to really say about that. Like, just again, just for sake of everyone in the chat, just letting you know, I'm a little colorblind, so like that this is a little bit tough for me just to see like these two like both blues look almost too similar to me right now. But I'm just looking at the damage as Shadow X was actually trying to put in there, but now Hikari's taking control and kept Shadow in the corner. Now I can't tell
Big
who's in the
DP
corner.
there from Shadow X. Another DP from Hikari, busting themselves out of jail this time. Slowing things down now, air fireball to get things started, but Revguard once again just getting themselves some space. That way Shadow X not able to confirm to anything big. Nice little DP break there. They're going to rush down, but the anti-air super coming out from Shadow X.
Hikari's just trying to get control, but the jump in and hop in by Shadow X was able to cash out and get that full combo in and get that round, and he's on set point here.
Yeah, the damage output coming out big time. Hikari just trying to get their way in, using that rev guard and just slowly walking up, just sending these lights, chipping away at the defense here. But Shadow X just standing strong here, getting their jump ins. No anti-air answer from Hikari there, but continuing to poke with that 5D.
Oh wow, Hikari with that nice little whip punish in there, and now is trying to get some of that pressure. Nice anti-air by Hikari again. He's cashing out with the level 2.
That should be the hidden gear, I believe, full level 3.
The level 3. And
big time damage. Hikari coming right back in for more. Shadow X finds himself a nice little hit, confirming, spending some meter of their own. We're almost equal on life here, Toma.
Oh man, we are. And oh man, but Shadow X is trying to push it back. Now we're just trying to see. He's trying to put some pressure with some of these hops. A nice little short hop to sort of catch Hikari off. Oh, what is going on?
It crosses over with the command throw, another like confirm, and Hikari's going to keep themselves alive here on the winner's side just a little bit longer. Look like Shadow X is ready for a comeback. They're able to pile up the damage, but Hikari staying true to their defense and getting those like confirms.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're all good, brother. You're all good. Neutral jumps, trying to fish for some offense there. The run under.
Oh man. Wow, Hikari's actually now trying to come back here a little bit.
Yeah, the anti-airs have been on point here. They're getting that DP break and able to get a lot of corner carry off of it. But Shadow X has shown they're willing to push out that damage when they need it. Air fireball exchanging, but a wild punish coming through for Shadow X. DP break into the super. 50% health now for Hikari. Another low confirm. Into the corner you go.
Oh man. Oh, Shadow X is now really trying to put up the pressure here, trying to close this out.
Yeah, it's almost business decision time for Hikari. Got to commit to something, but gets the command throw. That might be all she wrote. Shadow X has enough to close it out, and they're going to take it 3-1 in winners finals over Hikari.
I think that was more stressful for me than it was for like these players just now, because again, being
we have different pasts.
Yeah, we made it through. We made it through.
We made it through.
Had you in overheat there that entire set.
I'm sitting there like I have to like look at like bar. I had to look at the bar and see who was like doing the action and like going back and forth. It was such a weird like I've never had to really do that before. I don't know. It was just a little bit different, but regardless, it was still like a high level and a suspenseful match. It was actually kind of a little bit back and forth there. Like Hikari was actually kind of giving a little bit of challenge, especially in game 2 and parts of game 3. But you know, we had Shadow just taking it all at the end. Like, what were some of the bigger highlights for you? Like, what was some of the things that Shadow did really well?
Well, one thing Shadow was just doing was making the most out of his confirms. We've seen Hikari go ahead and get some punishes, a couple of whip punishes here and there, but wasn't able to really push out a lot of damage. They were constantly on the higher end of their rev gauge, and it just seemed like Shadow X was doing a little bit better job of managing that meter, and, you know, their anti-airs were on point. They were able to cash out big damage. I think that's where it really just comes down to.
Fair enough. So Shadow is going, Punches his ticket over to Grand Finals, so he guarantees his placing to get some cash. Oh, we're already going into EP versus Akari, going straight to it in the losers in EP and Hyde, in losers semifinal.
All right, getting into it. EP has just showed us, over and over the strength of Billie Kane so far, and let's see if she keeps that true. I do honestly love the color of Hyde. My brain just kind of registered that that's Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I see too. It's like it's not Terry, it's Dante right there. But look at EP just using that zoning out, just those long pokes and just catching Hyde off guard here, and
They find that reset again. We've seen them continuously do that reset where they go right in to the 2B to keep their damage going. Right when they need that last confirm with just a little bit of health left in their opponent's gauge, they continuously find that reset. It's been working out for EP Girl. But right now, Hyde just trying to put on some of that pendant offense, continuing to pester with these close Ds.
Oh man, but now Hyde is now really pushing it in there. Bringing down to 1 pixel left for EP. They get a little bit of cross up
magic
and then,
left.
oh yeah, and EP was able to EP is able to get out of there and get a combo and get some pressure.
Yeah, she's shown us magic all night. Let's see if she has another miracle run within her. Making Hyde continuously guess wrong here. Revving up just a bit. Lowering a little bit with that super right now. Hyde and SPG, see if they choose to break out at some point. But they're just going to go ahead and bust out the super to get themselves out of a bad spot. Now 1 round apiece.
Big reaction there by Hyde to get out of that corner and ties it up in rounds here. It looked like it was another one of those EP Girl specials where she was just going to take it and steal a round again. But now Hyde was able to take it, and we're kind of reset back here to see who's going to get this final round in game 1. And right now, Hyde is trying to establish his game plan.
Yeah, big time damage on that power geyser, using the crack sheet to go ahead and get in. EP Girl now in SPG. See if we see that red blow at some point. In the corner, another 2B finds its home, cashing out with some super. Back to neutral we go.
Oh man, EP's trying to keep going here. Oh, and Hyde ends up winning that and takes it out on EP and gets that first game. And yeah, Yurikov, I also have to lab this character too, man. But GG's.
I was unable to tell who even really hit Rev Blow first there, but ended up working out for Hyde and pretty much stole that round away from EP as she seemed like she was going to be on another snowball run right now, getting the party started early with the damage.
Oh, you got Hyde was trying to get some of those hops in, but no, EP is actually taking more control of spacing and oh man, just again, EP was just commanding her game plan in here. But no, here comes Hyde trying to get out of there with a nice little throw tech and nice little catch by Hyde trying to get EP off guard here.
Yeah, Hyde's just been taking these big swings, these big commitments. We saw him with the power dunk to try to get EP off of him, but at some point it might bite him in the butt as EP Girl continues to come in. Gotta watch out for that Rev Blow. Jump back air there, and they find another one, and EP Girl just using the mobility to keep Hyde swinging and missing.
Yeah. Using that big cane, that big stick that Billie Kane has on those jump backs is almost like kind of cheating in a way. But regardless, that is the character. That is what the tool that you're given, and EP is using them to a T and optimizing as best as you can in this second week of this game.
Yeah, I like the super there to break the string. Understanding that wasn't real, and she had a gap to go ahead and get the super out of it. Right now, another super in the middle of a gap that isn't real. Doesn't land, though, and here comes Hyde. Just throwing those rev blows once again, but EP might make him pay for it. It might be a guess for game situation here in the next hit.
Yeah, EP with a really well-timed punish there, and throw tech to get out. But, oh, here comes Hyde. Nice little neutral hop. And goes into the super here. We got tied in life. And guess her. Oh, and nice by Hyde to get that round. We tied it up in rounds, and see who gets this second game, Non.
Yeah, I like the decision there to spend that super, not just to get the damage in from high, but also to lower their heat gauge. Excuse me, the rev gauge at the bottom of the screen there. That's one thing. It almost works like Street Fighter, where you want to spend that super to get yourself out of a bad situation and not just get the life advantage. And right now, Hyde is putting on that damage once again, about to get some more super on deck. Right now, EP Girl in SPG. Got to watch out for the rev blow here.
Yeah, watch out for the rev blow. Even though Hyde's in overheat, oh man, like EP is trying to take advantage of all that. Oh my god, all that damage. And now you're wow, EP caught him with that?
Yeah, not believing in the strings from Hyde, and it's paying off for EP Girl. Wakey World continuously to waking up with buttons, and they're going to go ahead and put themselves on the board. Now tied up 1-1 here in loser semis.
I need to study the frames on this one. Jeez, like, it just seems like EP's just getting everything almost like either frame perfect or just catching everything like right in time on Hyde and just winning some of these rounds.
Yeah, you can spot a lab rat early in the game very often, and right now EP Girl, you can tell, has been a lab rat since release.
Oh man, but well, right now Hyde is showing that he has been also in the lab too. Got a lot of damage on EP, but EP's in SPG. But here, oh, that was a nice hit confirmed by Hyde. See if he can able to close it out.
Yeah, just needs one hit to get it done. Spending the meter there, but putting themselves into overheat. This might be the opening that EP Girl Wakey World is gonna need. Cashing out the damage now when SPG is high in overheat. Though a big whiff punish. Caught you grabbing. Now you're gonna get taught a lesson. That's enough to close it out. EP Girl, stop me if you heard this before, but she once again steals victory away from the jaws of defeat, Toma.
I'm just gonna shut up. I need to stop like doing commentators curse because that was like Hyde had down to 1 pixel. I thought he was gonna take it. Nope. EP did it again. Stole another round with only 1 pixel left. Has done it again. You've been repeating it almost every time we've seen EP on there. Again, EP down on life deficit. We're now kind of even, and we're looking to see how they're gonna respond.
Once again, just calling out the string there, but not getting a counter off of that super. High does back off and doesn't find the punish, though. EP Girl Wakey World getting a nice little joker here. Almost an, they are in overheat. Guessing low once again, spending the meter. Not enough to kill. Time to guess for game. Business decision time, but a wake up super from the side of Hyde.
Of all things, is the a hop and a light kick right there, just to stop all of that. Like of all things, it wasn't anything. It was just a jumping light. Like that was all it was. Like a jump.
That's the old Indiana Jones there. Where the guy's coming out with the whip and he just pops him in the chin.
I'm Tekken brain, guys. Sorry, I was about to say 2, not B. But regardless, like, oh my god, just this display of that interaction right there where they both did that rev blow. I did not know who was going to win that, and that was, I thought EP was actually going to take that, but I ended up taking that one. That was, again, this was a crazy match. Non, what I'm speechless right now.
Yeah, it just kind of came down to, once again, we just see the clutch factor from EP Girl Wakey World. It's not like Hyde hasn't been showing us that he can put out damage or he hasn't been living his combos. It's just he spent so much meter, continuously put themselves into overheat, and EP Girl Wakey World was able to take advantage of it time and time again. We can continue to see her put her opponents in situations where she has all the meter to spend in the world. She's in SPG and she's able to pull these comebacks. This game doesn't really have a comeback mechanic. You kind of have to work it out on your own merits there, and EP Girl Wakey World was just on the ball consistently.
Well, I mean, I guess that was what we were talking about though. Like, is in that one, she was EP actually had the SPG like right at the end, so that was almost like she actually like manufactured her comeback mechanic. If you really want to think about it that way, because SPG does give you a little bit extra damage output and everything like that. So it's almost, it's not built in like in other games where, like in Tekken, that's the whole rage mechanic where it's like the last few seconds and stuff, but like she put it there, and that's another reason. Like a lot of the time, her strategy was to put it in the end or at the bottom part of that life bar, so that way she could come back. It makes for amazing gameplay, though. I'll tell you that, because she goes all out when she's cashing out on that.
Yeah, and one thing is too, you didn't really see her throw the rev blow out there because she did put it at the end. It's almost like the threat of it is worse than actually getting hit by it. Her opponents kind of have to second guess how much they're going to press in her face, or they're going to continue to put these strings out because they're worried about that rev blow coming, and then she can start snowballing. So it's almost a mental game of having that fully loaded gun in your pocket while you're fighting back.
I was gonna say it's the basic. It's one of those basic fighting game strategies. You just throw that weapon. You just throw that one tool out that will throw you off and it'll make the opponent think. It's like that usually is all you need. Like if sometimes you just want to throw one fireball, then they know you can throw a fireball. But you might not need to throw it again at all. You can actually probably employ your offense. It's usually a good way to start your game. And EP has been very she's just been amazing with her gameplay and her mental.
Yeah, it almost brings me back to the days of like Street Fighter 4 when you would see someone like really get a comeback just off of their own mental game and their decision making. And EP Girl was just able to just pull out these clutch moments and these confirms over and over with the 2B, able to get damage and set themselves up for another guess. So we saw them pull out that reset we pointed out a couple of times where they'll be able to get down to one last hit on their opponent's health gauge and then find that reset low. Everyone is so used to looking for the short hop into C, but finding the lows over and over is EP Girl Wakey World. And we're going to see her right back on stream here, running it back to back, and she is going to be going against, I believe that is Hikari.
Hikari, yep. It's losers final. So winner of this will get Shadow X going in there. And right now, EP, again, employing her game plan. Just going in
right off rip.
Yeah.
I think too, Hikari like putting that SPG early in their health gauge, and EP Girl Wakey World able to find the damage and take that factor out of the game so far. Here comes Hikari running in, trying to get some light confirms, but another 2B finding its home for EP Girl Wakey World, and she's able to set up her offense with the shimmy there, cashing out big damage, has super on deck, not going to go ahead and pull the trigger here.
Well, opens the soup, gets the super out, and EP is able to just close out that first round right there pretty quickly. Goes up one round, gets first blood here in losers final, and see how Hikari is able to react right now. He gets a few big pokes. Oh man. Oh, but Hikari is able to turn it around here, to get his turn back and bring EP all the way to the corner.
Yeah, trying to shut that poke game down early. It's almost like they remembered, I have Rev Blow, I can get through this right now. Able to find the damage, and now EP Girl Wakey World in the corner, now in SPG, but they're going to cash out with some meter here. Time to guess for game.
EP guessed wrong. So Hikari gets that first round, ties it, or gets his first round in his first game, ties it up, and we're going to the final round in game one here. Gets a little bit DP by Hikari, but and nice catch by EP, and EP is bringing the damage to Hikari to get him out of SPG.
Yeah, she continues to end these big combos too with super to make sure that her rev gauge is getting a little bit lower. Dropped it down to 50% there, and now just slowly climbing downwards as she takes her foot off the brake. But Hikari coming right back in and trying to get some pressure, and while she's trying to breathe, but she's going to bust out once again with a super.
Nice confirm by EP there to kind of get all that damage out. But here comes Hikari. Hikari is actually trying to push EP all the way to the corner, and now we're going to see some pressure here. We're going to see how EP gets out of that corner. Oh, gets that hit confirmed on the hop. Hikari was able to close it out and gets that first game.
Yeah, a rare rev blow from EP Girl Wakey World right there. Hikari able to back up and just find themselves a nice little jump C to get that in and putting themselves on the board early here. Let's see if EP Girl has another comeback ready for herself.
Well, DP to sort of stop a little bit of that pressure, but here comes EP again with a hit confirm on that old poke to go into a small combo, and now EP is, oh my god, what is the damage output again by EP? It's just crazy. It's already, wow, already down. We were barely 15-16 seconds into the round. Already
yeah, she didn't have any super deck on there. Decided to spend all of her rev gauge there and just finish it out with another 2 beater. That's her bread and butter. She likes to do to close things out there. EP Girl Wakey World Stone. She doesn't need the super beater to find her damage right there. She is going to spin it though to put Hikari near 50%. Gets themselves a throw.
Ooh. And now, Hikari was able to get a little bit of a light confirm there and just trying to push EP all the way to the other corner. But now, again, EP is able to get out of there. Now try to zone out Hikari to keep him out. Oh, but now here comes Hikari.
Yeah, catching out big damage. They're pestering with the 5 close B there. Really like the opening. Finds a low there. Going into the super. Guess for game time for EP Girl. Wakey World. See if we see that command throw one more time. Nice little whiff punish there off of the throw. Great confirm from Hikari. Outside of 1 round apiece here in game number 2.
Man. Or, well, we're tied up here. We're going to a final round in game 2. And now EP is able to get those poked. It's a little anti-air in. And now keeps pushing Hikari to the corner. But now we're going back to the middle of the stage here. Hikari's trying to establish a spacing. But no, here comes EP coming back.
Yeah, they're trying to use that rev guard, but the tricky part against a character like Billy Kane is they're going to have that range. Once you get back to almost full screen, they're able to poke out. And EP Girl Wakey World going full screen again, cashing out the damage, has the super on deck if she chooses to spend it. But once again, we see that reset. No one has been ready for it tonight. That 2B little reset has just found a home consistently. And EP Girl Wakey World is going to tie things up 1 game apiece in losers finals.
Oh, she is. EP is just running up this losers bracket right now and ties it up in losers final. And as we are keeping going, like still employing this pretty much the same game plan again. Oh my
God!
God!
Anti-air there, I like it. EP Girl Wakey World find themselves some damage. Back to neutral we go. Hikari trying to answer with the block screens. Great JD on the fireball from EP Girl.
Oh, but now here comes Hikari. Hikari is able to get a little bit of more of the hit confirms, trying to keep EV from establishing that offense. With EV now an overheat, is Hikari able to take advantage to try to take control here?
Yeah, I like the changing of gears from Hikari, able to just come in with the lows and pester to put EP into overheat, busting out with the super. Is this time a deep cross up from EP Girl Wakey World? Now 1 hit away from closing it out. Looking for the full screen pokes here, but a good jumping from Hikari, no confirm.
Oh no! Oh, but here comes Hikari, was able to get a little bit of light confirm there. I'm trying to get it up.
The guard break coming in clutch there for Hikari. EP Girl Wakey World, worse for wear, chasing down. Spending the meter to go ahead and take up some real estate and catches Hikari out of the air, trying to go up 2-1 now as EP Girl. She's shown that she's good even in the scrambles. They're able to find themselves a nice little close customer to get out of the corner, waking up once again with the super to get some space off of Hikari.
That super has been sort of like her panic move in a way, right? Like it's just something to win those scrambles. Like this is just, again, I've never really, I think many of us have not seen, wow, actually, you know what? Hikari's showing us that he doesn't need to labor right now as he took over that round and gets that first, comes back in game 3. Jeez, that was really quick.
Yeah, they're just going back and forth. A big command throw there for Hikari, catching out with the super. EP Girl Wakey World, Whisper wears about 50% life. Going in with the low. Pestering once again with these lights, just trying to chip away at that rev gauge. Big rev blow, wild punish, can't confirm off of it though.
Well, we'll see, because this is usually EP's like bread and butter now. Going down pretty much in this like weird comeback mechanic. Oh wow, confirms the super. Oh my God, here we go. Here comes EP coming back. Hit on that combo. Oh, and still gets another confirm. Oh jeez, is he gonna able to close this out?
Yeah, that's the hidden gear there. It might be enough to close it out. EP Girl Wakey World making the most happen while she's in SPG. Survey says
no,
he's gonna be alive. Hikari has one more guess, using the rev guard to avoid the chip, but charging right back in is EP Girl Wakey World. Now up 2-1 over Hikari.
What is going on? What is going on tonight? All right, EP's up 2-1 here. This is just crazy right now. But Hikari's trying to compose a little bit, is trying to establish his game plan again. But no, here comes EP Game World taking some control back. I am speechless now, non-factor. I'm sorry.
No, it just seems like it's kill or be killed right now in both of these players' mindsets. EP Girl Wakey World continuing to push out this damage. Hikari making a business decision with the rising tackle, and EP Girl Wakey World's going to make them pay for it. Got to watch their rev gauge, though. It's creeping up just a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. Hikari's now in overheat. This was looking really good for EP, trapping Hikari into the corner. Gets that super out. Oh man, what's gonna happen here? Oh, the throw will take it, and EP is on set points.
Round 2.
Yeah, I love the choice of EP right there, spending the meter to go ahead and get the guard break on Hikari. That spelled doom for him and cashing out with just a little bit of super. Not quite over for Hikari yet. They put the SPG in the front. They can look for these red blows. They have a fully loaded gun on super, can pull out the hidden gear, cash out big damage, but EP Girl Wakey World is continuing to guess right in these interactions. Low confirmed from Hikari, spinning the super to put her in the corner.
Oh man, and now Hikari is trying to get all that damage. Oh wow, just spends that meter there. Oh, but here comes EP, gets the back throw in, puts Hikari in the corner, gets him out of SPG, and now with EP in SPG. Oh, whoa, what a jump in. Oh no, this is not looking good for Hikari, even though he only has one pixel to get one on EP.
And EP is in SPG. She has the hidden gear on deck. One more confirm. It's all she's going to need. It doesn't land. She spins the super, but it's rev guarded by Hikari, and they're going to find themselves a punish and keep themselves alive in tournament. Now 1 round apiece here in game number 4.
Oh, jeez. But now set point for EP. Survival point for Hikari. We'll see how this kind of happens, how this will go. Right now, Hikari is pushing EP into the corner, trying to keep his SPG meter in.
That was a good JD from the side of EP Girl there. Still spending that rev guard. Hikari's meter slowly climbing up. Let's see if EP can make him pay for that. Doing SPG, gonna spend the super to get him right out. It doesn't land.
Oh man. EP's almost evened up the life here. Well, it has more than even up the life. Actually takes a little bit of a life lead with that super. Oh, nice confirms by Hikari. We got EP and SPG. Oh no, never mind. Again, commentator skirts. Hikari takes it, survives, ties it up in the set to 2-2. We're going to a final game, Non. Who do you got?
It's hard to say at this point. Both players are just able to go ahead and steal momentum exactly when they want it. It was a rare rev blow from EP Girl that spelled disaster for her. Let's see if she doesn't pull the trigger so quickly there, but Hikari, once again, still finding their light confirms.
Oh, wow. Hikari gets a little hop in there and just pushing. Oh, whoa, what happened there? All of a sudden, like, EP just woke up and got that weird combo out, and now is in SPG. Like, we've seen it again. Look at EP is just commanding as with low life in SPG. Non. Again, speechless.
Yeah, she's able just to get so much off of her anti-airs. Great JD to get out of the way. The super there. That was a masterful from the side of EP.
my God.
Finding themselves a punish after the meter was spent and somehow puts themselves right back on set point here.
Man, here we go. EP's on set point here. Oh, wow. Nice little confirmed by EP. EP's going to push this. He's not looking for Hikari right now. Eating all that damage down to about half life.
Good jump in there from the side of Hikari. The whip punishes have been on point for EP Girl right here. Let's see if Hikari doesn't take too many risks. Another one there from the side of EP Girl looking for that 2B. But here comes Hikari spending out the meter, getting close and health here. EP Girl almost an SPG air to air from the side of Hikari. They put themselves in the corner.
Oh, Hikari puts himself in the corner. This is not looking good. This is the advantage that EP is looking for and is able to close it out. And EP punches her ticket into grand finals and faces Shadow X. What a loser's run by EP right now. Before we kind of talk a little bit, I just want to make sure that we still have 19 codes left in the, or now 18 codes left in the Matcherino. So do exclamation mark Matcherino and claim those codes. It only takes like 30 seconds. Like you have like one of like what 18 ways to log in to contribute on those codes. There's there's about 100 of you in the chat. Come on, just we only need 17 more. Come on, keep going.
Yeah, let's get that prize pull up. And like you're saying, there's like 18 different options to log in. I think I logged in with my Fidelity investment account the other day. But let's get right into the replay desk.
Log in with your 401k. Yeah.
It was a tale of just cashing out big damage here. We saw Hikari over and over just take these big swings. They found the command throw a couple of times to close out the round, and EP Girl was coming once again with her bread and butter with that 2B conversion. See if we showed in the replay desk here, but there was a moment where she just defended a super from Hikari in the air, and it was able to get her the space to find a whiff punish off of it and then finish out a round that way. But overall, it was complete fireworks, Toma.
Oh no, this was just an amazing and intense match. Like this was like one of probably our second match tonight, and we commentated, I think, like 6 or 7, like a handful of them. This was the closest one that we've seen. They were going back and forth. We didn't even know what was going to happen. Granted, EP is a little bit unpredictable right now. Like, we just don't know what we're like. We know what we're going to get. It's very exciting. We just don't know if it's actually going to confirm. Is it, you know, she's going to be on that hope pixel, and is she going to be able to close it out? Because we've seen her close it out when she's down to that 1 pixel and her opponent is like at 70 health. And it was back and forth, and Akari, valiant effort, gets 3rd place here at losers final. But now that means EP is going to go up against Shadow X, going up there. 6 matches played. You can see all the stats right there. I don't need to really read it out, but is 2-time, oh wow, really 2-time champion for a Breakout series.
Yeah, it's starting. That's the thing. They had a week 0 tournament, so getting a little ahead of the game. There is Shadow X looking for their 3rd title though, and just got 9th place finish at over Final Fury City of the Bosses, and another 7th place finish at Clover Clash, which I believe was yesterday, and that was another absolutely stacked bracket. I believe it was over 80 entrants. So Shadow X is sticking out amongst the crowd as we're moving forward with this game. Well,
like right now, it's like take advantage of that, Shadow X. Like, you're killing it right now, but you're also giving people like replays to watch and study. But you're rock hard, man. It's looking good out there right now. That's all I have to say.
Now that's the really good part from the action we saw here tonight, man. If this is just week 2 of City of the Wolves, I can't wait for year 2. Just the way these players are able to dissect the game and really pull out of their options, as we see from Shadow X all night, is just showing the real, I wouldn't say the perfect way neutral should be played, but definitely laying out the blueprint very early. I mean, we can see here their match point conversion is at 100%, so they're able to close things out when it comes down to the clutch. And it's just going to be interesting to see how players like Shadow X and EB Girl Wakey World and everything develop as the game goes on.
Yeah, no, we're going to see how it kind of goes, but I really would want to see how that's going to kind of happen tonight, just because like just EP's like EP seems to be doing a lot of these mix-ups and just winning every single one of them out. Some of the reactions that she's also had as well. Granted, I don't think I've really seen a Billy Kane play. Like all the matches that I've been watching, that I've been studying, there was no Billy. Like it was kind of almost a joke character. I'll be honest. It was just never there. So she's showing us, or at least she's showing me, and I know she's showing you a little bit, but she's definitely showing me. It's like Billy is no slouch, or at least highlighting him. Like,
yeah, she's being really optimal. That's the thing. She's just really, really optimal with the resets and her damage output. As you can see on screen, she did get 2nd place over at TNS. And as we know, these TNS brackets, the killers come out to play. So that's very impressive right there. And this is her first grand finals. And you could see with her matches played and matches won, the win rate's only at 75%. But that shows that even when she's down, she's able to make those comebacks. And from just the top 8 matches you've seen streamed here, she has that clutch factor. She has that it factor. I mean, one would say she has the non-factor, just a little play on words there. But we'll see how things go forward for her, because she could continuously is one of the most clutch players I've seen so far in this game. Although it has been 2 weeks, but she's like Jalen Brunson, clutch player of the year. Shout out to the Knicks right now. Just beat my Celtics, but she continues to put the ball in the hoop when it matters.
You're welcome, by the way.
Guys, I quit. I'm off.
No, but I just want to say it's like no, but thank you though, non-factor. Like I'm like anytime when I do commentary, like I'm always very transparent if I like know the game or if I don't know the button. And you've been carrying a lot of the knowledge right now, but it's one of those where like we're all learning. Like this is only week 2 of the game. Like I know the good amount of the game. I just don't know the metas yet because I'm still trying to figure stuff out. But like EP has already opened my eyes up with just how she plays Billy Kane and seeing like these perfectly timed rev blows, these perfectly timed, like when you can throw these supers out, like, you know, just seeing that is making me more excited to play this game even more and try to even put more hours into it with what little time I have in my life. But like, I really want to like put like more time into this game because it's just, it's an exciting game. It also gives me a little nostalgia too, because it is an SNK, it's Fatal Fury. Like I kind of grew up with that, but regardless, so story time's over. We got Shadow X and EP coming back for these grand finals. Now, remember, EP is coming up from losers bracket, so she has to win 2 straight sets, first to 3s.
Get ready.
to win the title tonight for Breakout Series number 2 for City of the Wolves.
Well, I tell you, if anyone's going to do it, it is going to be EP Girl Wakey World, continuing just as still momentum whenever she loses it. Another 2B confirming there for her, and Shadow X in the corner, although it does have the SPG on deck.
Oh my God, just catching Shadow like in the air with some of those anti-airs there, and getting those confirms. Like, Kane is just too much, man.
Yeah, it's one of the benefits of her character being that ranged poker. She's almost preemptively throwing out the anti-airs just to cover up that option and know that she's safe. She has to really worry about her opponent just being on the ball to go ahead and find those whiff punishes right there. Just once again, you know, testing these gaps and spending that super. We've seen her do it. That's one of Billy Kane's only reversal options because he doesn't have that DP to get himself out of a bad situation. But speaking of bad situation, Shadow X cashing out all the damage here. Doesn't have super to close it out, but another jumping C is going to find its home for EP.
My God. Again, it was like EB stole that round again. Like, how many times have we seen that tonight, Non? It's just like, just getting into these really awkward situations where it looks like EB's down for the count and then all of a sudden is able to steal that round in that last, with like what you said with that jumping C, just taking Shadow out, and now is up in the round, but now is also down on life.
Here comes Shadow X trying to get some momentum of their own. A little bit of a trade there, but able to chase down another wild punish for EP Girl Wakey World. Her whiff punishes have just been phenomenal all night, but the big red blow from Shadow X breaking up the monotony there.
It's still doing those pokes right there, and like here comes EP just trying to get a confirm. Both are, well, no, actually I should say Shadow is in overheat right now. Oh, nice little jump in attack and confirm. Let's see if Shadow's able to close that out, and does.
Yeah, it's good scouting from Shadow X. EP Girl Wakey World has been throwing out that long range poke every single time there's a fireball, looking for a counter hit. So great job jumping over there. Great job. I know Shadow X has been watching the stream, getting some tech on his opponent there. Now tying up 1 round to 1, but comes EP Girl Wakey World fighting their way out of the corner.
Oh man, while EB's trying to get the poke, trying to establish the spacing so she can get in. Oh man, again, there you go. Establish the spacing with that long poke and trying to get in. Oh, but here comes Shadow X trying to come back.
Big DP break there, finishing it off with the super. EP Girl Wakey World almost an SPG, but once again taking a big swing. Shadow X being patient this time. Not going to have enough to kill, but it's business decision time for EP Girl Wakey World. Has super on deck to get themselves out of a bad spot. Another long range poke, but just gets caught with the fireball, and Shadow X putting themselves on the board, now up 1-0, just 2 games away from closing out the tournament.
Yeah, that floor fireball just kind of just caught EP jumping back and that landed, and Shadow X was able to get that round. But here comes EP. EP's going right up in front here. Gets the throw. And my God, more pokes and confirms here by EP, and just establishing. Look at all that damage.
Yeah, just controlling neutral over and over and over with that far C. Looking for the anti-air once again, a wild punish perhaps, but another light confirm on the side of Shadow X. Gets the side switch there. They're going back and forth.
Oh my God.
Shades of Blanca with the coward hop. Continues seeing to go side switch over and over. Cashing out with the super. EP Girl Wakey World now in SPG.
Oh man. Now with EP and SPG, but Shadow. Oh my God, Shadow's going to able to close this out. Wow, that was actually pretty quick. I didn't know what was going to happen there, but that one little confirm by Shadow was able to continue and close out that round. And now Shadow is up on another game point here quickly. Let's see if he's going to be able to win this neutral. I mean, he is winning that neutral game right now.
Yeah, it just seems like good scouting from the side of Shadow X. Wherever he saw EP Girl's opponents fail in the decision making before, he's continuing to find the right choice, busting out with the DP break there. Back into the corner you go. Super on deck with that rev gauge is getting a little high. Spinning the super is EP Girl Wakey World. Shadow X now in SPG.
Oh man, I thought it was going to go a little bit more there for Shadow X. Oh, Shadow X is able to get a big confirm here. This is not looking good for EP. Oh, gets the jump in and the throw to close it out. Wow, two quick games for Shadow X in this grand finals. He has one more game to claim the title here. EP is in a decent sized hole.
Yeah, I like what Shadow X is doing too. Is they're kind of conditioning EP Girl Wakey World, and they're doing it faster. They're using a lot of the DP break on Wake Up in the corner, and right there you saw them get EP Girl Wakey World to sit still for a second and got the command grab. It's just one of those things. Shadow X just continuously being able to adapt and scout the opponent very fast here. But here comes EP Girl Wakey World with some of that damage we saw all tournament long.
Oh man, and now here comes EP, just gonna try to establish and try to get that damage. Oh whoa, nice little hop in by Shadow X, trying to establish the neutral. Oh, nice confirm. And now here comes Shadow X.
In the corner you go. SPG online for EP Girl Wakey World. A free jump in, but another command grab. They condition EP Girl to stay still in the corner. And just like that, Shadow X is now on tournament point, completely running away with it, Toma.
Oh my god, this is a huge hole for EP right now. See how trying to get some pokes. Well, you can see that EP is actually kind of slowed down a lot, trying to figure out a way to get in on it. And Shadow is just establishing game plan, getting some of these hit confirms in. Oh, but here comes EP.
Look for the DP there, but a bit of a trade in the air. EP Girl Wakey World find themselves a backdoor. Shadow X in the corner now, but busting right out is Shadow X. They're going to cash out a lot of their meter for the damage that's almost going coast to coast. EP Girl Wakey World busting out with the super, though.
Oh, man. You got EP. Oh, nice little crouching light by EP to sort of stop that pressure. Like here. Oh no! Here comes Shadow.
They're scrambling here. EP Girl Wakey World able to find the hit to make sure we see a little more Fatal Fury tonight. Now 1 round apiece. EP Girl Wakey World fighting for her tournament life, and Shadow X on the verge of taking the entire thing here, looking for that 3rd title, cashing out early with the super. EP Girl Wakey World finds himself in a bad situation early.
Yeah, right now, but look, oh man, look at Shadow's trying to get in there. Nice defense though by EP, trying to got Shadow into the corner. Oh, this is looking very painful for Shadow right now. EB's just pressing those buttons, getting the combos. Wow, look at that damage is just coming off. But here comes Shadow. Ooh.
Yeah. Able to weather the storm there. EP did find that reset again, but here comes Shadow X on the attack, spending the super there. EP Girl Wakey World, it's business decision time as she's in SPG, looking for the rev blow, but the light confirm is going to close it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Shadow X is now your 3-time Breakout Series champion, taking week number 2 in devastating fashion with a 3-0 over EP Girl Wakey World.
My God, that is...
Don't answer that.
Oh, Shadow definitely was just studying all the matches as he was waiting, because he had to have. That was he basically showed, like, gave no how do I say that? I'm so speechless. It was like no challenge to him. Like he was able to just get every single hit confirm, every mix up was just working for him there. But like, this is no shade to EP. It was just maybe just Shadow just had a better game tonight.
Yeah, it was just great scouting, covering all the options, all the escape options that EP Girl Wakey World had, because Billie Kane can only escape with that with the jump in the corner, trying to, guess for a grab or something like that, or she has to pop the level 1. And it was just great defense. It was defensive decision making, if that makes any sense, from the side of Shadow X. But it's almost like when you play Monopoly against someone and they own half the board, where you just really can't roll safely anywhere. EP Girl Wakey World kept on rolling, but there was nowhere for her to hide as Shadow X continued to just put her in a blender on offense, and that's why they're going to be taking home another championship here at the Breakout Series.
Yeah, and thank you for everyone over in chat and everyone that's been watching. You actually did complete the Matcherino. So right now, at this point, it is at $37.50. So I'm not sure how that is broken out, to be honest with you, but at least you did sweeten the pot for the people in the pool, and can't say more than enough that thank you. If it wasn't for you guys in chat, just sort of enjoying it with us and everything, I did my best. Like, what the highlight / low light of the night was me being colorblind and trying to go through that rock mirror match, and I'm just like, I don't know. You got to carry me on. But sometimes that's what kind of happens in these type of things, and you know what? It's all about having fun, and I feel like, as long as you kind of had that fun journey with us tonight, then I think I think we did our job, right?
Exactly. I mean, the players did their job. We see here the top 8. I mean, just so many memorable matches we saw, mostly highlighted by EP Girl Wakey World, but players like Hikari and Hyde and even Jay were just showing us the strength of their characters. Rock Howard is just one of those characters that's going to be good for a long, long time, barring any major patches, but just absolute fireworks and a total destruction to finish the night here, Toma.
Yeah, very much so. But like to say congratulations again to Shadow X. Actually, and congratulations to EP. EP, you had a great losers run. You came from all the way in the back of losers round 1. So that is nothing to scoff at. That was a great losers run to get into the top, into the grand finals. So do not hang your head. And everyone else that was in top 8, do not hang your head at all. You guys had a great display of skill. And tonight, again, for the 3rd time in week 2, still, that sounds weird for a guy that's a linguist. Shadow X takes it again.
Yeah. And as we head over to our top 5 for the top 8 so far in the monthly, you can see that Rock is just that ever popular character. And you see the Billy picks there at 17 picks. I'm sure most of that is going to be coming from EP Girl Wakey World. But the solidified 4 that we're going to see in these top 8s is kind of on the board right here. No Hotaru tonight in the top 8. I mean, thank God. Everyone loves seeing that character, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no Preacher either. And no Kevin, like Kevin Rion. Like those are like the ones I was actually kind of like studying before I got up here, because those are the ones that I've been seeing in other brackets. This is the first time, like I said, seeing most of it too. If you think about it, most of the matches we were watching were mostly on EP, and EP running with the Billy Kane. Like it was, that was just insane what she was doing tonight. But yeah, like I don't know what else to say, man. Are we still, like, I guess we sign off now, or I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm trying to look at chat.
It'll be interesting to see how things go as far as the character picks for the future of this game. See if we get outside of those 4 characters we saw tonight, or even in other online brackets and everything, we start seeing the diversification of characters just kind of get spread around, as the game develops and the meta develops. Because Billy Kane, a character you don't see too much of, we saw on full display here tonight. But I believe for me and Toma Doc, that will be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Breakout Series week number 2 for City of the Wolves. Appreciate you always. I am Non-Factor, the one and only. If you want to go ahead and follow me on socials, I am on Twitter at NonFactorFGC and over on Twitch at NonFactorFGC. For the folks at home, Toma, where can they find you?
Well, right now you can just find me at Toma Doc, and actually those are not O's, those are zeros. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram and Blue Sky as well. I do represent MTS. MTS is a Long Island-based gaming organization. And we do a lot of charity work too as well. So we're not just a gaming organization. We actually do help our community, not just the FGC, but like actually we go around schools and everything like that to sort of nourish through gaming. That's pretty much what our mission is here. So I want to also say thank you to Craze, to everyone in the Breakout staff, to North Stars for running the stream. Also, thank you to NM and Patriarch Panda. I know he was up late. Like he's not even based in this time zone.
Other side of the world,
doing this bracket over in pool. So I want to say thank you to them. And again, congratulations to Shadow X. But most importantly, thank you to chat. Everyone that was in there tonight. Thank you. One, you guys pulled it through with all the contribution codes and Matcherino. That is always a great thing to see. And with that being said, we'll sign us off. So like everybody, have a good night. We'll see you and bye-bye.
Cash and tell my family out the hood, that's a must. What's up? Hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind, it's taking over. No, I should've died, that's why it's hard to stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Tell my mama no more tears, no more tissue. Ooh, just some hood baby with some issues. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle.
Danny still not able to close it out.
My
DP
God.
whip.
Ethan has a Hail Mary.
Holy cow! They did it! Oh my God!
King Ray Jr., you can't be doing this.
Oh my God.
He's not dead.
Okay.
I got the time today. I'm looking for all of the fades, want all of the smoke. All of my goals inside of the scope. I'm taking it hill, then coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch. I'm placing my bets on myself. I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted it goats? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
I told you I already know.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
Already know. Already know.
Yeah. I'm spitting the truth. When I'm in the booth, I take you to school. Yeah. This ain't a lesson. I put on this armor like it was my weapon. I'm stepping, the ops can leave. My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really the king is the one you can smell. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves. Yeah.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
I told you I already know.
You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure.
I already know.
I know my identity. My identity from the go.
I already
know. Already know.
For the victory lap though. Whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train under trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no channel for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here, switch gears. We keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat and tears and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. 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 I know it's lonely at the top, but that's not by speculation. But the position that I got, I climb too high to fall, work too hard to drop. Stop clocks on the speed bag. Every out under pressure, no jet lag. This is greater than trophies and saluted flags. Titles of fame, the cost is paid. Yay, I carried the cross I made. Dealt with the dealer, baby, the hand was played. New level, next stage. Learn to lead it to legend. Now tell me what's my next stage, yeah. I said the champ is here, switch gears. We keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat and tears and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. And today, we break through.